You know what time it is. It's time for Late Nights with Santana. So sit back, get your popcorn, tap the screen, and enjoy. A little louder. Yeah. Could never figure out how to love. There we go. So I'm trying to put it together. How to love. How to love. Now you over there. Like you never had a love. Never had a love. Well, it's like a blessing. Without you being insecure. So when you got older, in this damn corner, see you had a lot of crooks trying to steal your heart. Could never figure out how to love. How to love. Now you're in the corner. Now you over there. Chris, what's going on? Hey, never had a love. Wake up, bro. I am woke. I am woke. What's going on, Trumpets Bay? Mr. Ricky's dad, you don't even believe that one. Just as much as you admire bartending and stripping, baby. Had a lot of crooks trying to steal your heart. Could never figure out how to love. How to love. Now you in this corner trying to put it together. How to love. How to love. And just want you to know that you deserve the best. You're beautiful. Hey people, you're beautiful. Yeah. And I want you to know, Sully, you have no idea what the Vice President of the United States does at all. You're far from the usual. Hey guys, tap that screen. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can go ahead and open up the panel. Tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good things so we can get the conversation going. E, what it do, baby? Uh-oh. E, I can't hear. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. E, what's going on?
Is that better?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I was like, there's an echo. Okay, what it do, what the business is.
Hey, Alexa, stop. How's it going, E?
You don't know that one. It's going fantastic.
Who doesn't know that one?
I said, what it do, what the business is.
But who doesn't know that one?
You, because you didn't finish it.
What it do, what the business is. Word on the street, Jeezy got the ad libs.
No, yeah. Jeezy know how to handle his.
I know.
Okay.
Guys, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can open up the panel. We got a bunch of people that's already lining up to get up here, and I want to get them on the panel. Listen, if you are requesting up and we have not let you in, that's just because we need to get this thing to 8,000 likes. So tap the screen, and I promise you, thank you for the heart me, we will get you in. Guys, tap, share the live out, do all those wonderful things.
Yes. Hey Tasha, hey Joanna, hey Shawnee. Who else I sing? Say hey, hey Hunter baby.
Hello.
Hey
thank you for the heart me.
Hello everyone. Yes.
Hey,
get to
Tasha.
8,000.
What's with the
I'm
pink
so
background,
proud of
E?
you.
I know.
Hey, Chris. Huh?
I said,
Oh,
what's with the pink background?
I know. I liked it, so I said I was gonna do it.
It's bright.
I don't care. You're gonna look at it.
I know.
It's there like. Phew.
Guys, we're halfway there. Tap, tap, tap the screen. Let's get this thing up to 8,000 likes, and we will start the conversation. If you are interested in joining us and making your opinion heard, if you want to tell us why you are voting for Kamala Harris, why you are voting for Donald Trump, please, please, please go ahead and request up. We're at 5.1 thousand, 5.4 thousand likes. All we need is 8,000, and we will open up the panel.
Yes, keep tapping, guys. Tap, tap, tap. We have 117 people in here. Hey, BTG. Hey, so
I know that's
let's get
right.
this party started.
I know that's right. Listen, guys, we are almost there. Keep tapping that screen. We will get these conversations started. I know we're gonna have a good night. Also, guys, thank you for the heart me. Send me your heart. Send your heart me's. Make sure we're commenting in the chat. There's like 3 things that you can do for the team. Yeah. Share it out. All those good things, and that actually is for the team. Yeah. Boom. There we go. 8,000 likes. So I'm going to go ahead and start bringing people in. Guys, as we accept you onto the panel,
Auntie.
please mute yourself as you join the panel. Please mute yourself as you join the panel. Once you get onto the panel, mute yourself. We will start having these conversations in just a moment.
Yes, I just want to say that my auntie is here. She sent me a message earlier asking me how I'm feeling. And I am up and down because sometimes my voice works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm drinking tea right now, Aunt Cheryl. All right, that's the only way I'm sustaining right now.
Absolutely. Guys, tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good things. Let's go ahead and get these conversations started. We still have 2 spots left. 2 spots left on the panel. If you want to come up and have a conversation, please go ahead and request up. We will get this thing started. Hello. Hey, KB. How are you?
All right, I'll be right back.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, we still have 2 spots left on the panel. Hey, thank you for being a new follower. We still have 2 spots left on the panel. If you want to come up and join the conversation, please go ahead and request up. We are going to get this thing started in just one moment.
We are going to get this thing started in just one moment.
Hey, Mr. Santana, there's an echo.
Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's you. You need to go like you're checking the text message and come back. All right, guys, we got room for one more. If someone else wants to join the panel, please go ahead and request up. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and start going around the panel and starting these conversations. So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, Chris. Chris, how are you, my brother?
Yeah, you gave me a little bit of PTSD from that last year. Yeah.
I was wondering if you recovered.
Nah, I'm just fine now. My brain cells are back.
Yeah.
I'm voting for Kamala Harris on 3 main buckets. One, I want a safer world, especially for American citizens and soldiers. I want an economy that's more tailored towards the lower and middle class and promotes infrastructure growth. And I just think Trump is a bad example for the next generation coming up.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you, my friend. Next, Dr. Rose. Dr. Rose, how are you this evening?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me now?
Yes, no echo.
Okay, just making sure. I just got in from work to hop on this live.
Okay.
So, thank you again for having me up tonight, Mr. Santana. Thank you to everyone for having me on the panel. To everyone on the panel, thank you all. I'm voting for Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz. And
was that just me?
Vice President Harris is the economy and more basic morality.
Okay, perfect. Go back on mute for me. Jack, how are you this evening?
Hello, sir. My name's Jack. Obviously, I'm voting Trump. I guess it's not obvious, but I'm definitely voting Trump because I want a safer world. I think he's a good example, and I think that he's strong.
Okay. Perfect. Go back on mute for me, please, my friend. Thank you for the heart, me. Trump is Bay. How are you?
I'm doing well. I promise I won't say anything negative about Wayne. I want to get kicked again.
And you will get kicked. Can you tell the people who you're voting for? What's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Harris because she isn't Trump.
That's a good reason. Perfect. Thank you. Miss Cheryl, how are you this evening?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Evening.
Hey, Auntie.
Hi. Hey, niece. Hi. Of course, I am voting for Kamala Harris and Governor Walz because, hey, I'm a woman.
I know
And,
that's right.
okay, I'm a woman and I want to keep my rights. I want to regain my rights. And I have daughters. I have nieces. And I have granddaughters.
You do have
Come on
nieces.
now.
I'm just the best.
Absolutely.
You are the best niece. You are my best niece.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you so much. User, a whole bunch of numbers. User, how are you this evening, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Wonderful. User, can you tell the people who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala because she's not Trump, basically. I don't think Trump has the characteristics to be a good leader.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Go back on mute for me. And last but not least, William. William, how are you this evening, my friend?
Hello. Yeah. Hi. William. I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
Two reasons. Main reasons are safety, make America safe again, and economic reasons. My bank account was much larger 4 years ago when he was in office.
Hey, listen, I can't knock that. Perfect. Thank you so much, William. Go back on mute
Thanks.
for me just a moment. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get these conversations started. Before we do, just a couple of things to remind the people on the panel. Please be mindful of the TikTok-friendly language. TikTok doesn't use like certain words, so please, when you're saying things, please try to use words like pew-pew, mustache man, schnotsy, unalive, AB, C19, all of those things, because the TikTok has been super funny lately. Not only are they banning you, but, and this is just a FYI for everybody on the panel, TikTok is kicking people and banning them for misinformation, right? So all I'm going to say, if you're going to say something, make sure you have some facts to back it up, because if you are saying something that's just easily disprovable, the algorithm is snatching people up. It is, it's Thanos snapping them out of existence. So that's just for everybody here. Also, for everyone on the panel, everyone in the chat, please be mindful. We are a safe and friendly community. What does that mean? That means we don't do any of the isms, racism, sexism, classism. We also don't do any of the phobias, homophobia, transphobia, none of that. Not on the panel and not in the comments. And so what that means, if you are in the comments and you're participating in any of that, my mods, shout out to the mods, will mute and block you. They do not play. Also, just a reminder, caps are for mods. Please don't use caps, because it draws my attention to the chat and I want to be able to make sure that I focus in on the panel. With that being said, couple other quick things. We're at 16,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 25,000 likes. We do have a nightly donation goal of $250. And as of already, we have $15 added to our nightly donation goal. $10 total. From Alex, one says Trump supporters would excuse anything that he does. I mean, anything. I hate the. I'm assuming that means way. I hate the way MAGA stands.
Take your time.
It's not me this time. I hate the way MAGA stands for what they stand for. They have no morals. I get what you're trying to say. You're basically trying to say MAGA has no morals. And then also followed up with a Harris 2024, let's go, and Santana, future president. No, listen. I ain't got those type of chops. Not in me. Also, W's in the chat for Corey. Corey added $5 as well to the nightly. Oh, no, that was for early. I'm sorry. That was earlier. So yeah, no, we're at $10. I apologize. That is wrong. That is wrong. So we're at $10, meaning we only have $240 left in the nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to support the live. If you enjoy the information and entertainment, everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please, please, please don't forget about Eve with her new hot pink background. Make sure you drop some shekels in it. Every time she lifts the arms up, her arms kind of disappear. But you know, make sure you take care of Eve. Last but not least, this is also for everybody in the on the chat. I mean, in the chat on the panel, we got a new background. Awesome. Did you guys notice that? Mm-hmm. We got a new background, and with the new background comes new topics. Trump failed people on polling results, election interference, knowing his policy, and not being a fascist. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get these conversations started. What I would like to do, all right, Jack, you actually said
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why you are voting for Donald Trump in this
Can you hear
upcoming. Yep, I can hear you. You said the reason why you're voting for Donald Trump in this upcoming election is because he is a good example. We
Yes.
have Dr. Rode right beside you, and Dr. Rode is actually voting for Kamala Harris on multiple, for multiple reasons, including the example and the leadership that she exemplifies. So, can you explain to Dr. Rode how Donald
his
Trump?
name Dr. Rod or is just Dre Rod?
You know what I kept thinking about? Dre Rod. I've been calling him Dr. Rod.
You've been calling that man Dr. Rod every
You know
night.
what it is? You know what I was thinking? Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I know. And he won't
I
go
get it
correct
all
you
the time.
either.
But it's Dre, actually.
You know what? I kept thinking Dr. Dre. That's exactly what it is. When I see Dre, I immediately think Dr. Dre, and that's why I kept calling him Dr. Rode. Yeah. Holy smokes.
That is funny. That's
okay.
So funny.
Yeah, no.
But Dr. Rode, please.
Yeah. Jack, can you please explain to Dre Rhodes, why Donald Trump is actually a good example as far as leadership and moving forward?
Yeah, I think a lot of phony trials against him, assassination attempt. I think it proves that he's always moving forward.
Okay.
You guys agree with that? Like, it kind of proves he's always pushing forward. It doesn't matter how many times people try to take him down. Like, and you guys can laugh, and I think it's kind of subjective and funny too, but it's at the same time, it kind of proves the point that no matter what happens to him, he'll always push through and always fight for the American people.
That's an interesting concept. So let me ask you this question. What year were you born?
2006.
What
I'm
month?
18 now. March.
Okay. So this is your first election.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Dr. Rode. God damn it. Dre Rode, the floor is yours.
So to respond to Jack in referencing, okay, so
You turned into a whole teacup just now.
yeah, Nazis are very fine people. I'm very sorry. Nazis are very fine people. When he says things like that, is that indicative of him showing good character?
Are you talking about the Charlottesville thing where there was like a weird neo?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a weird what?
Well, I can't use the word, but weird neo.
You mean when the Yahtzees were protesting with tiki torches? Yeah.
What
That's
word
exactly
can
what
we use
happened.
for that?
Yahtzees?
And one of
Okay.
them unaligned.
Yeah, there were Yahtzees, and on the other side it was what? I'm not informed on that.
Oh, there were people who hate Yahtzees.
Just protest.
There are people who hate Yahtzees, and there were Yahtzees. And were they actually Yahtzees?
Oh,
or
yeah,
were
no,
like,
they were actual Yahtzees.
Yahtzees.
Were they like Proud Boys or like a biker gang, or like what were they?
Yahtzees.
Exactly. Also, they were doing the hand sign and all that good stuff. They had the tiki
God.
torches. They were full-blown Yahtzees.
Yeah. And he said they were both fine people on both sides.
Fine people on both sides.
I mean, I don't really have an issue with him saying that, honestly.
Okay. Dr. Rhodes, God damn it. Dre Rhodes, the floor is yours. Can you...
You'll get it.
You want to...
Okay. Okay, so the issue, first of all, one of the biggest issues is for the historical context that is that Yahtzees are put into. Right, we know the origins of where they come from and how we know them. Right, how we in 2024 know Yahtzee. We know the Mustache Man and all of those, all of the far right and the third. Can't say those words, but we know how they came to be.
Yeah.
And history, as a person who has a BA in history, I studied this very specific historical context, and they were, for obvious reasons, nowhere near very fine people. And for a president, he was president at the time when he said this. For him to come out and say that they were very fine people is kind of a slap in the face to the historical context in which Yahtzees are situated in. 1942, WW2 era, that kind of thing. It's a slap in the face. It's also a slap into the face to a slap in the face to arguably one of the most disliked and disdained men in history. It's to those people who lives were ruined because of though that's the longevity of having Trump say Yahtzees are very fine people. Basically saying that all of the damage and the turmoil and the heartache that was caused by Yahtzees, that is okay.
No, I didn't say that's okay. I just don't think they were actual Yahtzees. I mean, it's an American group doing some goofy protest.
Oh no, that wasn't a goofy protest, my friend. That was very far from that. But I apologize.
And wasn't it
J-Roll.
taken out of context?
Nope. Nope. There was a hate-filled march with tiki torch with full-blown Yahtzees.
Full-blown Yahtzees?
do
They
the
weren't
math for
actually
me.
mustache men and German men. They were a goofy biker gang, weren't they?
No.
No,
Okay.
no, sir.
Oh,
They also adopted a saying a certain group of people will not replace us. That
What group of people? Oh,
okay,
yeah, no, I see what
yeah,
you're saying, yeah.
yeah. A certain group of people a certain group of people will not replace us.
Well, yeah,
And
that's
that
obviously, but Trump
hey
doesn't
Jack.
agree.
Jack,
Sorry.
how old were you when this happened?
It was 2018, right?
It was 2017. The child was 11. He was 11
No, I was 12, actually, guys. I was 12.
in 2017.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, but yeah, I was young, so I'm not too informed
What?
on that, but
11, 12.
yeah.
Yeah. So, let's come off of that just for a second.
Yeah.
I wanna come to William. Hey, William.
Hold on. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't trust people named William who people actually
What?
call William and not Will. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So, William, you said that you were voting for Trump because of safety and also economic reasons, right?
Correct. Correct.
I would like for you to explain to Trumpist Bay why Donald Trump would actually keep not only us but people safe, or not only us on the panel, but more people safe than Kamala Harris would.
I mean, the main thing and one of the big talking points, and it was probably 4 years ago when everybody in the Democratic Party was talking about defunding the police. Okay, and that wasn't Trump's policy. He never believed in that, And I think they're kind of backtracking on that right now. They've gone away from that, but it was all over the news a couple of years ago, and that was coming from the Democratic Party. Correct? If I'm correct, you guys let me know if I'm wrong. And I think he would support the police. Actually, there would wind up being a lot more police. I live in a very nice area, but if you just go outside of my area, 10 miles out, there's some really, really bad areas. And it's just gotten worse over the last few years. I live in California, and one of the highest, I mean, some of the cities in California, Los Angeles, San Francisco, they're some of the worst in the nation. And, our governor, which I do not care for, Gavin Newsom, and, they keep taxing us more to solve these problems. and they don't get solved. They keep taking our money and more money and more money, and money's not going to solve this problem unless there's action. Now, Gavin Newsom did fix it when Xingji Li P came to town, kind of cleaned it up for a week or two, and then it just went back. I've been to San Francisco many times, and it's really bad, and I don't recall it ever being this bad. I'm a Gen Xer, so I'm not going to give my age, but I'm a Gen Xer, and I really think Trump would kind of focus on that. It's kind of a key issue with there's complaints all over the country about safety. I don't know what cities you all live in, but you see it all over the news, and I think he would back the police and actually fund them even more. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. If anybody's got anything on that, please let me know.
Okay, I'd like to respond to William on the.
No.
Trump is Bay
Nope.
is going to respond.
Trump is Bay has the floor. Trump is Bay. Did you want to speak to that point? Okay.
Yeah. So first off, real quick, when we talk about defunding the police, that doesn't mean taking all of the police funds away from them and completely defunding them. It's about redistributing the money and how it's used to better train the police and use better programs. That's what defund the police actually means. So that's been kind of misconstrued over the years. And second of all, if you want to talk about safety and supporting the police, Trump wants to give blanket immunity to the police, to cops. Is that going to be safe for all the black people that have been unalived over the years? Is that going to be safe for all the minorities, all the marginalized groups that are unalived over the years? With the red flag laws and just patting people down just because you think they look like someone. Is that safe?
Well, when I understand you mentioned one race or one minority, but all the other ones have the same problem. Actually, there's more white people that have been killed by the police. Now,
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Unalived. So people never quote that statistic, and I know it's based on the amount of the population and the percentage and those numbers, but people don't talk about that at all. It's not really mentioned in some of the news sources. And look, guys, I stopped watching mainstream news. So I don't, all the stuff you hear from CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Newsmax, it's all garbage. It really is. They're just pushing lies out to all of us to kind of push us against each other.
Can you answer my question though, please?
What was your question? What was your specific question?
How is blanket immunity going to be safe for minority groups that have been traditionally unalived and discriminated against because of systemic racism? How is blanket immunity going to be safe for people?
This is going to go to my what I was just saying about the media. Where did you hear that?
Trump, it actually came from Donald Trump's mouth specifically, so it wasn't the media. It was Jimothy. He said it.
He said he was going to give blanket immunity.
Yes, he wants to give blanket immunity to the police force so they can quote unquote do their job without having to worry. Yes.
Sorry.
What's wrong with that?
He's literally on video.
Hold on 1 second, Jack. Not your turn to talk yet.
Oh, my bad, Santana.
No, it wasn't you. I was telling Jack. Jack came off mute.
So he's literally on video and has said at his rallies that he wants to give police the power to do their job and give them blanket immunity. If you wanted to, Santana could literally play a video for you with him saying those exact words.
I'm not going to play the video.
So,
but you know what I mean, Santana.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's not worth it.
Yeah, what I will say to that is I wouldn't say blanket immunity. Okay, I don't agree with that.
Trump,
they do not need to be afraid of if they do take action in a certain instance that, oh my God, I'm going to get sued or I'm going to lose my job or my life is going to be over forever if they pull their gun and they need to. Okay, so not blanket immunity. I don't agree with that. 100%, I don't. There are some bad police
that wants to do it.
Yeah. Hey, William, quick question, just to level set a little bit. Are you in law enforcement?
No, I'm in the medical field.
Okay, fair enough. Dre Road, you had something you wanted to add to this portion of the conversation.
Just sort of kind of just to paint a picture for William and people on the panel, to add something to this specific conversation. when they talk about full immunity, the mustache man and the Yahtzee started off the very same exact way. When people correlate Trumpism with fascism, can we say that word on
Yep.
here?
Yep. We have it on the
Fascism.
background.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fascism. This is how it started. So, in other words, this very scene, this very movie that is trying to be played with Donald Trump has played before. Only different thing is the major thing is that we in our lifetime, heck, God forbid, we get to we may doing everything that we can to not experience that. This started off the very same way. This movie does not end well. Just a fair warning.
Good call. Good call. Thank you. Thank you. Chris, you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, so obviously that was discussed during his Wisconsin rally. I mean, that video when people just brought that quote and it has like 10 million views on YouTube, right? So if we bring it into example, like instances like Sonia Massey and like all these other things, people would literally get acquitted for doing heinous acts like that. But also, yeah, like Trump is going to have a lot more leverage in places that promote loyalists and lobbyists. Also, he wants to do things like Agenda 47, page 16, section 2, right? He wants to get rid of 32% of the military simply for being Democrat. We're seeing a lot of fascist policies, and it's really crazy because the slogan was also similar in Germany, Machen Deutschland wieder Grab. Make Germany great again. He wants to make America great again, doing the same thing. What he just talked about, right? Immunity for the SS police and Baron von Mildenstein. That's what Trump wants to do with the police here, right? Also, what he wants to do with the military, think tanking them, right, to think a certain way. And if you read Agenda 47, Section 16, it literally says that the Republicans are going to be the ones that are enforcing these procedures. So think tanking and putting all these policies, I don't think is making America safe whatsoever.
Hey, Chris, why does it always come back to Germany and Nazis? Like, why? Like, why? Why does it, everything? It always... okay. All right. This is what I want to do. Chase's dad, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing tonight?
Wonderful, wonderful. Chase's dad, can you tell the people who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Trump.
Okay, and what's the biggest reason why?
The reason I'm voting for Trump was because while he was president in 2016 to, I guess you could only call it till 2018, he was only president for 2 years. He faced a lot of backlash. I mean, from the day he became president, I mean, he was hit with the Russian dossier. He was hit with nonstop impeachment hearings, nonstop this, nonstop that, and he still had to try to get things done, even though he was hit with a lot of things from day one of the presidency. And he actually got things done.
Hey, Chase's dad?
Yeah.
What?
No, because
bro, what are you talking about, man?
What happened? The C-19 hit, right?
C-19 happened in 2020.
No, it happened in 2019, sir.
No.
February of 2019 is when the C-19 hit.
Did you just say February?
Oh my
February
Jesus!
2019.
Oh my
February
Jesus!
That's misinformation.
Hold on.
That's
William.
Yes, gotcha. Yes.
Who did you vote, or who are you voting for?
Trump.
Okay,
and it
William.
did start at the very end of 2019, like
when
November,
did it officially
December.
when did it officially become a pandemic in the U.S.?
Well,
It was
okay,
2020.
officially is a different situation.
But in 19 is when you heard like, ooh, there's a case or two in China.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's another case. It was very mild.
But-
it wasn't a pandemic then at all.
Yeah, but it didn't come to America's shores until 2020. And as a matter of fact, you know who the outbreak monkey was? Does anybody know who it was, or who, or at least I blame for it?
Are you talking
China.
about
Nope.
that movie, The Outbreak Monkey?
Nope. There's one specific person that was in America that's who I blame. No, I don't even blame Trump. Anybody
Don't
else
say
want to
that
guess?
basketball player.
He did
Who,
react
Erica?
too slow.
Who?
I'm about to say, don't
Fauci.
say that.
Hold on. What's the basketball player name,
I
Erica?
don't know his name.
Rudy
He's-
Gobert. F. Rudy
There you go.
Gobert. He's in my mind. In my mind, Rudy Gobert gave everybody COVID. At least in my mind, because that's when you guys know what I'm talking about. Like when he was doing the interview and he touched all those mics, I was like, that's when COVID started popping off.
Yep,
So
I
it's
remember
Rudy
that.
Gobert's fault. You remember? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that exactly. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Well, I had that whole C-19 thing, and it lasted like 2.5 days. It was nothing. It was
Oh my gosh.
nothing.
yeah.
You know, it
Okay.
was.
Hold
It was
on.
nothing.
Hold on.
No,
Cool.
I mean, to me personally,
Well,
I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah,
It might,
no, I mean, everybody doesn't have a shared reality because there are,
but to me,
literally,
but
right,
to me, it lasted
right,
like 2.5 days, and it was
right.
fine.
Well,
We
literally,
didn't ask you about
literally, there's people who unalive because of it. So we're not gonna excuse what that was. So,
I had it for 2 weeks.
yeah, okay, cool. I don't want to, this
You
isn't.
get paid for
Move
2
along.
weeks
Okay,
while you had it.
okay. This is not a measuring contest. Carol, Carol, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Who are you voting for, and what's the biggest reason why?
I did vote for Kamala Harris. I would not vote for Donald Trump, number one, because not only for the fact that I don't know what other people see, think, or believe, but for me, myself, he did nothing. He is a big mouth. He lies every time he opens his mouth. He does not have any respect for anyone other than the very, very high class billionaires. And if you're not doing what he wants, and if you're not talking like he wants, you don't believe in what he wants, he has a problem with you. He
Okay.
has clearly said if he does not win, it's going to be a bloodbath. What kind of person would say anything like that? What kind of person that want to hold one of the highest positions in our country would speak like that? A lot of the things that comes out of his mouth
Right.
is so vile and negative,
Oh,
and it's hurtful.
whoa. Okay.
It is it is
Hold on.
very it
Tell me, Miss
upsets me
Carol.
because it hurts me.
Okay, I know. Okay, but you gotta save the sauce.
It
Hold on,
just, it
pull
just
in
hurts,
just a
and
little bit.
it's not necessary. We
Yep.
should be we
Oh,
should not
okay.
be a country divided.
I
Carol,
agree.
Carol,
I agree.
We should be a
Hold on.
country.
No, because that's not how we do things, Chase's dad. All right. Thank you so much, Carol. Hold on one moment for me.
Okay.
Guys, massive W's in the chat for Sherry. Sherry added $20 to the nightly donation saying, thank you for what you do. Please continue to educate MAGA. They need to understand economics and correlation is not causation. Also, massive W's in the chat for Corey. Corey added $5 to the nightly donation saying 0 is the ugliest number. So there. I guess Chase's dad got upset and left because he couldn't immediately talk as much as he wanted. I'm not sure what happened. Chase's dad, if you're there and you want to come back, go ahead and request back up. If not, Chris, you had something you want to say?
Yeah. You guys know that I like to keep it real with as much evidence as possible, right? So, the official day that the White House, the WHO, the CDC all agree that it was at the peak in America prior to when it just was coming into Washington was March 11th of 2020. So if we do the calculation, Trump really only dealt with 10 months of COVID.
C19.
C19. Sorry, my bad. C19. Biden Harris dealt with 33 months plus the after effect of the backup of the $55 trillion supply chain.
Yep. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Chris. Yeah, I know you had your hand up, but I just want to ask the chat real quick. Guys, I had Thai food for dinner, and I just want to know, what did you guys have for dinner? Did anyone have anything good? I had Thai. I had some really good curry, some bang bang chicken, some amazing. What did you guys have for dinner? The floor is yours.
Okay. I just want to do a mod real quick, guys. I'm just taking a look at the numbers. We have 433 people in here, and we're at 60,000 likes, basically. By the top of the hour, we want to be at 100,000 or more. So please tap, tap, tap. All right, that'll keep Santana in line with reaching his like goal for the night, which I can't see. I don't know what that number says.
Hold
What
on.
does it say?
Why can't you see?
Your like goal?
Yeah.
How many? What does it say?
Chris, can
Tell
you
the
see
people
it?
how many. Why can't you just tell me? Because you know I can't see it.
Oh, I was wondering. Thank you for the harmony. I didn't know if it was like an actual thing or if it was just
It's
your old
small.
eyes.
I can't see.
Why
I
my
think it's
eyes
like
gotta be
small.
old?
I think it's small, brother.
Whoa. Whoa, it's too small. Thank you very much. And also, it kind of blends in with the background because the new background is red. Anywho,
Yeah.
moving on. So he wants to get to 500,000 likes. So guys, let's keep tapping. Also, let's keep sharing the live. That helps keeps us on the FYP, along with helping Santana reach his gift goal. Also, if you agree with the panel, gift the panel, gift the host, keep commenting, but also please, please, please keep tapping. Again, the goal is 100,000 likes at the top of the hour. If we're not there, I'm just going to ask Santana to put it on sub only for a while until we get there. And we know how much he enjoys doing that.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you all so much for being here. You are appreciated. And let's get back to the conversations.
Yep, while we're here, W's in the chat for Jamal added $10 to the nightly donation. Said respect the host and co-host and save the monologues. To Erica's point, guys, if we're not at 100,000 likes by the top of the hour, we will go to sub only for the conversation. We just added someone new to the panel, DJ Xenia. I'm just gonna call you
DJ Xana.
Jesus.
DJ Xana. Perfect. DJ Xana. How are you this evening, my friend?
Doing good. I'm trying to cool off a little bit with some cold Lyoko, which is actually where the other half of my name actually comes from. It's the name of the computer virus that takes over other living and non-living things in the show. It was on Cartoon Network back in the day.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but I was about to drop you.
Me too.
You said computer virus. You almost got the boot.
No, but basically, I'm a Harris supporter, and as
What's
someone
the
who,
biggest reason why?
well, after reading both Harris's points on her issues and Agenda 47, and then seeing that Trump wanted to deport legal immigrants, even, and which has me fearing for two of my cousins who are adopted from Sudan, and they've been here for a good majority of their lives since they were little, and I'm kind of fighting for them as well as all the women in my life, including my mother. So
Okay. Perfect. That is a wonderful example. Thank you.
And I guess also for the disabled folk like myself, I am legally blind, visually impaired. I try to work through with my disability the best I can, and making the best of it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. So let's do this. Trump is Bay. I want to kick it back over to you for a moment, and I want to allow you the opportunity to actually tell Jack. Jack is a youngster, right? Jack is 18. This is the first election that he will be eligible to vote in, and he's making a decision that I feel like he might end up regretting. But Trump is Bay. Thinking back on the first time that you actually cast your ballot for someone, can you share any wisdom with Jack as far as making a wise decision, and again, why he should actually be voting for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump?
Well, I have to drop off in like 2 minutes, but if I can say what I want to say real quick, and then you can drop me. I have to go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But no, so really, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm 36, and this was the first time I've ever voted this year, and it was for Kamala.
Okay.
So what I will say is, don't be like me. Vote every year, and regardless of who you vote for, please be informed on what you're doing, and be informed on what you're voting for. Even if we disagree on what you're voting on, at least be informed. That's the best I can do, or not. That's the best advice that I can give. Is just be informed. And if I could give up the rest of my time to like Chris or Rod because they're much smarter than I'll ever be, and
Well,
I have
yeah.
to head off.
No, perfect. Thank you, Trumpets Bay. You know you're always welcome. I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
you,
no,
my
I
friend.
appreciate you guys and Erica. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Eminem's better, by the way.
Have a good night.
Dre, can you actually pick that up for me and finish up what he was saying? What advice would you give Jack, and why do you think it would be more important and more beneficial to him to vote for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump as his first time voting? Dre, are you there? Dre, are you there? Dre going once. Dre going twice. All right, we're gonna drop you down. All right, Erica.
Yes.
Do the thing.
For who?
You answer the question because the last two people couldn't answer the question.
Oh, come on. Okay, what was the question? Why do you do this to me?
I
What
thought
was
you
the
were,
question?
I
I
pay
had like
attention
3
when I
people
talk.
message me.
Yeah. No, so we
don't
were
pay
just
attention when you
explaining we were explaining it to Jack because this is
Uh-huh.
Jack's first time voting and we were just basically talking about
Oh.
okay, you got it?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, Jack. No, I agree with Trump is Bay. It's just very important to be an informed voter. Make sure you do your research, and you really have to learn your candidate, especially the one that you're supporting, and you want to see is this someone that I actually align with, and for you, may I ask him a question?
Yeah. It's your
So,
show too, Erica.
Jack, I have a question. You're only 18 years old. What is it about Donald Trump that you align with, that you see? Because it has to be something within him that you see, maybe in yourself, or something that you aspire to. What is it?
I think he's a completely magnetic figure. I mean, he's almost like JFK or FDR or Reagan in a way. He's almost everybody knows him and loves him, and or either loves or hates him. But I think he's magnetic in almost that way. I mean, I've been following him for like 8 years. I mean, this is my childhood, guys. I've been watching this guy for 8 years. He's like JFK to me, even though I like JFK better. But like, he's a magnetic figure. He's that figure that everybody wants to be. He's more than Kamala Harris in that regard. He's iconic. I mean, the McDonald's thing. Everybody loves him. He's not everybody loves him. Everybody loves or hates him, but he's magnetic in that accord. And I mean, the point I want to make is the guy's name was literally Trump is Bay. I mean, everybody's obsessed with him.
Hey, Jack.
What?
Wipe your mouth. Man, whew.
What?
Okay, that was a
Wait,
lot.
that is a lot. Because, like, JFK and Trump, two total polar opposites here. JFK was a man, even though he came from wealth, he was a man for the people. Like, his policies, he was more so for civil rights than anything else. And Trump is literally a fascist who meets all 14 points of fascism. So that doesn't make any sense. Are your parents voting for Trump?
No, they're non-political.
They're not. Your parents are non-political?
Well, I
Chris,
mean,
you got
they're.
it.
I don't know. They don't really talk about it too much.
Oh, okay. Okay, love. Because it doesn't make sense. It
He's a
sounds like
swing
you're just
voter.
doing it because you think it's funny or something, and it's not funny because it's going to
No.
affect your future.
Well, no, I mean, so the one thing that I will say, E, is
Yes.
he is definitely a cult of personality, and I think that there's a lot to be said about that, right? The fact that he's someone who a lot of people might look at and say, "Oh, it, it's a lot to say that this is someone that can do basically just about anything they want, right? They call him Teflon Don for a reason. He has literally broken every law and says whatever he wants to say, and he still can run for the highest office in the land. I mean, like, he has literally done so much, and he's he's still able to do what he wants. So I mean, I can understand from a young boy's perspective that might be something that's enticing. So I kind of get why you said that.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
Oh, yep. No worries.
How
Hold
are
on
you
one
guys?
second. Yep. We're just gonna put you on mute. E, the floor's still yours.
Yeah, I think for Jack, because I can't hold his hand on this one. And I see Sarah's back. Hi, Sarah. I think Chris can talk to him. You can speak to him and maybe help, guide him and give him some information. I'll just state again, I agree with Trump is Bay. Just, make an informed decision when it comes to who you're voting for. And that's from federal to state to local.
Okay. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Let's introduce the new people on the panel. So let's go. Turning a new page. Turning a new page. How are you?
Panel. So let's go. Turning a new page. Turning a new page.
So if you don't mind, go like you're checking your text message, and there you go. Now just come right back. There you go. Now come off mute. All right. I'm gonna send you a request. There we go. All right. How are you this evening?
I am wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
I am voting for VP Harris, of course, and Governor Walz.
Okay. And what's the biggest reason why?
Biggest reason why, because I feel like we do need to turn a new page in a chapter of this American story book. We need to close the entire book and start a new book, not just turn the page. I feel like she gives, not only does she give us hope, but she's definitely not per se a black woman, but a woman who understands what her children needs. And I think a woman have a more deeper depth and understanding of what she needs to grow and feed and nourish.
Got it.
Right?
Got it. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. Go back on mute for me just a moment. Sarah. Sarah, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Sarah. So are you back tonight with more questions, or have you made your decision?
I think I've made my decision.
Okay. Talk to us, Sarah.
Well, I have taken everything in and I've been thinking about this for the whole day, and I think that I will be voting for Kamala Harris.
Hey, W's in the chat for Sarah. Good job. Okay. So let's do this. Let's level set, Sarah. So a lot of people might not know your overall story and why we said welcome back. Can you just kind of tell people a little bit more about how we came across each other and how you ended up on the panel? Just an overview of things.
Well, I grew up in a very conservative family, and I want to say that mostly I was going to vote for Trump because my family over these after COVID, it was C19. It was a struggle, and we still are struggling, but I feel like most people want to blame Biden for that. And I think that looking at what Kamala wants to do, it seems a bit better for the American people. And I just like having these talks with people, and most people I feel like that are voting for Trump are voting more on the past and not the future per se.
Got it. Yeah, I think that's a really good perspective, and I really appreciate you coming and sharing that with us. I mean, I think there's a huge jump, and definitely something to be said to getting from where you were to where you are, and also making such a bold decision. So Yeah, that makes me extremely happy. With that being said, Sarah, did you want to stay on the panel with us for a little while, or what would you like to do?
I would definitely like to stay on the panel. I just think hearing and being part of a conversation like this it makes people feel more seen for their opinions.
Okay. Perfect. You can definitely stay. All right, so let's do this, guys, because we lost William, but we still have Jack. I see there's a couple of people requesting up. We are looking to add one more Trump supporter to the panel to help balance out the panel some. So if you are not voting for Trump, please just drop down for now. We can get you up later, but we're looking for one more Trump supporter to actually join the panel. So if you are voting for Trump and you are in the request, go ahead and
Can I talk to Jack real quick?
Chris, go ahead and talk to Jack.
So, Jack, I understand that you're very young, and I get that, your generation coming up thinks that the American dream probably has a different definition than a lot of us on the panel means, right? And you're voting for somebody that is quote unquote disruptive but not productive, right? So if I can read a quote by James Truslow Adams, right, in his book Epic of America, and the American dream is actually defined as the idea that all Americans should have an equal opportunity to achieve success and prosperity through hard work, determination, and initiative. Now, just think about it like this, right? Trump doesn't give Americans that opportunity. We did amazing things, right? In the 60s, we even landed on the freaking moon. But now you have Trump, and then it got eaten up by like privatized corporations and things like that. Trump favors these big corporations, big tax cuts to rich people, doesn't worry about, the working and like lower middle class and like all these other people. That's the idea of the American dream, right? Giving everybody that opportunity. Your generation is popularizing a person that doesn't look out for these people and can see how much he can get away with legally. So, with that being said, I highly suggest you just, look what he's done in the past. If we take out before he ran for president, right? We just go, 2016, he still has 4,000 plus legal actions done against him. So he doesn't champion all Americans. He just popularizes how much he can get away with legally and giving amnesty to the 1% of corporations.
Perfect. Jack, would you like to say anything to what Chris just broke down for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that if that were so true, then why does the majority of the military and the majority of the working class all support him?
All right. So where are you quoting this information from?
I mean, if you go to, I obviously I don't have a statistic source, but if you go ask working class people.
Nope.
Well,
so, Jack, hold on.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Let me just, Chris, because you know this. Chris, you know this.
You can't deny that,
this. Jack, one moment. Chris, you know this. E, you know this. Sarah, you might have even heard this before. Jack, the thing about this panel is if you want to speak on your feelings, I have no problem with listening to your feelings. We can talk about feelings and I can accept those. But don't actually say things that can be quantified and then not have a source for it. So when you say the majority of, that means that you statistically saw that somewhere and we can reference that data point. So please don't use information like that if you don't have something to back it up. Back to Chris.
Yeah, and I can give you an example. I mean, I was in the military for 9 years, and I'm not going to speak on the behalf, but what you're saying is, not the case for like a lot of people. But yeah, we can leave it at that.
Real quick, shout out to Tasha for the $25 Cash App. I appreciate you, love. W's in the chat for Tasha.
Massive W's in the chat for Tasha, who added $75 to the nightly donation goal. Guys, we are up to $120. That means we only have $130 left in our nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. If you enjoy the live, the information, the entertainment, the education, please go ahead and please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Oh, that is dope. Did you see that?
That cat did a flip.
That was dope. Everything's accepted. Anything's appreciated. And please don't forget about E. We need to make sure we take care of E. So there's that. With that being said, they need to know. They need to know. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Wonderful. They need to know.
Chris, the moon landing was fake.
Why is he back?
That's not the topic of the conversation.
Yep. No. Hold on. Okay. Hold. Yep.
Got my cough acting up.
Yep. Hold on. Okay. 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Okay. One second. All right. Yeah. We're gonna put you back on mute for just a moment.
Can I say something to Jack here from a disabled person's perspective?
Yeah. DJ, the floor is yours, my friend. I was just about to come back to you.
Yeah. So, okay. I've looked at both Agenda 47 P2025 and everything that Harris has been saying and actually listing out on her plans. And frankly, from what I'm seeing from not only from my perspective I am a YT man, but I'm a disabled man at that. And what Trump is looking to do is label us as others and basically just throw us to the trash pile. He doesn't care about the disabled folk at all. And that was really made apparent when he told his nephew regarding his disabled son, he's better off 6 feet under. Now, do you really want a president who thinks of, people with disabilities, like autism or my visual disability or, Down syndrome, what have you, or for my fellow veterans, that have probably been paralyzed from the waist down from whatever happened in action, I feel for all y'all as well as, it just kind of stresses me out that he thinks of us in that way. And with the reputation he has, I think he's not the guy that you really want to be voting for.
Yeah. No. Jack, what do you say to that? I mean, because Donald Trump has gone on record and said some really bad things, to put it kindly, about people that are disabled. Do you have any thoughts or perspective behind that?
Well, the thing about the nephew thing, I don't think that's necessarily true, but he does say a lot of bad things, and that's what I like about him. He's honest. Sorry if that sounds blunt, but that's what I like.
Hey, what do you think about Andrew Tate?
Well, Andrew Tate is a crypto scammer. I mean, I don't know. He's not American. I don't have thoughts about him.
What do you think about Elon Musk?
One of my great heroes. He's a great guy.
What do you think about Joe Rogan?
Another great guy. Great conversationalist. Great podcast. Great guy.
Can I talk to Jack for just a second?
Go right ahead, Sarah. The floor is yours.
I just wanted to put in perspective of somebody that was going to vote for Trump and decided not to. I wasn't as well educated as I was when I was going to vote. I was just listening to what my family or people around me were saying. But as I started to learn more and more about it, I feel like there's so much evidence. I mean, if you think about it, do you want a man that has been abused a girl for, I don't want to say the word, but
Great.
and I mean,
Yep.
yes, and I mean, when you really think about it, is that the kind of man you want in office?
Well, I mean, you keep saying these things, but to be fair, I don't think they're true. Sorry about that, but like, I don't think they're true. I think that's the fundamental disagreement we have.
Wait, you do know that he's been held civilly liable for rape? Like that's actually something that it's been proven.
Well, she waited until the statute of limitations came up, and then it went to a Manhattan jury.
I'm sorry, but most women don't even come out about their stories. They just hide it away and don't tell anybody because they're too ashamed of what happened to them. Or I know plenty of girls that have told me this and have begged me not to tell anybody because they didn't want to bring it back up.
And not only that, and I'll say this, let's be really careful with what you're about to say, because Jack, I think you're young and I think you're very uninformed. So please be careful with your words, because I feel like you don't know enough about what you're talking about. So let me just ask this question. Do you know why it was classified in a civil case instead of a criminal case?
Because the statute of limitations was 25 years, right?
Right.
So that's...
Now, how were they able to actually still try him in a civil case that late?
Well, you're always able to do a civil case, right?
No, you're not.
What's the rule on that?
So the reason why they were able to try him in a civil case is because the state of New York actually expanded a law that allowed the children that were affected by rape to civilly try the actual priests that essayed them, and it opened up the law to multiple people, which Trump found himself actually falling into that loophole.
Well, E. Jean Carroll wasn't actually even going to pursue anything against
She was not.
Trump. However, Trump continued to harass her and defame her. So that is another reason as to why they ended up in court. And he was found civilly liable for SA. So to say that you don't believe that is true is just a complete disregard of the actual facts. And I don't understand, Jack, how you can disregard facts, because it happened. Facts are true. You can't
Well, why'd she
argue
wait
facts.
so long, though?
I'm sorry?
Why did she wait until the 25 years was up and then win $86 million? Doesn't that not have any red flags with it?
No, it does not. As Sarah said, most women do not report because of shame. Also, they don't report because they don't think that they're going to be believed. There's that. All right. And I see Chris has his hand up. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so like to defeat like this, also this is a very frequent talking point, which is, so here's the thing about this case. One, it's very brave of her, right, to come up with at the time that she did for one of many reasons. People make the point, oh, Trump's running for president, that's why she's came out. That's false, because she started contemplating coming out about this after Trump won the first time. Secondly, she was already a multimillionaire by the time she already came out, and in fact, it's written in numerous publications that one of the main reasons that she didn't want to come out at first was literally because there is a millionaire in Trump that was legit going to go after her for everything. So it shows a lot of bravery for the 170 million, like girls and women in this country that she's a shining example of coming forward, because 60% don't. And that defeats the narrative that she already came forward, especially when she was after already a multimillionaire, after Trump already won the presidency once, and after a preponderance of evidence that, by the way, if this was a criminal court, this would have been guilty in a criminal court. Thank you.
Massive W's in the chat for Ryan. Ryan added $5 to the nightly donation and said, "Ask Jack where the line is regarding morals." And also massive W's in the chat for Alex, who added $2 to the nightly donation, saying 50 Cent is scared to perform at Trump's rally. Is that true? But Jack, where's the line with your morals?
Well, what do you mean?
Literally, it's fuck it. You don't have any.
That's what I was saying. He's 18.
You
he
literally
thinks this shit is funny.
Yeah, no, you literally are coming off as a really gross kid. What's your line? Where do you stand where you would say, yeah, I can't get behind this?
Well, I mean, if it was true, then obviously I wouldn't vote for him. But I mean, you calling me a gross kid is just like, it doesn't make me want to vote for her more, guys.
Oh, I don't care if it makes you want to vote for it or not, Jack. I'm telling you the truth. Someone needs to stand up and do it, and I'm going to do it. Listen, the fact that you're sitting here saying that, oh, Donald Trump is so cool because he's strong and he says whatever he wants. No, that's not cool. Right? That doesn't make you strong. Being able to say whatever you want doesn't make you strong. Being a person of character makes you strong. Being a leader makes you strong. Being someone who puts other people ahead of yourself is what makes you strong. Not being someone who wants to be a bully, a fascist, a dictator on day one. So you might idolize him because this was someone that you grew up in. This was your youth, right? And he's some type of golden god to you. No, it's not your turn to talk. Don't come off mute. He's some type of golden god to you, but this guy for over 70 years has been the worst possible human being in multiple ways, from being a rapist to being a rapist to now wanting to be a fascist. He's someone who's literally affected people's lives in some of the worst way. W's in the chat for Kia. Kia used her monthly kick as a subscriber. Guys, what just happened as a subscriber? If you sub, which we do have, sub, that threw me all off. We have
some. About to drop him anyways.
Yeah. We do have subscribers. If you're interested in becoming a subscriber, you get access to what's called a monthly kick. What just happened was one of our subscribers actually used their monthly kicks. You get access. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You get access to the fast pass to the panel, where if you want to come up and have a conversation, you can actually do so. And you also get access to the Discord. The limitations is there has to be at least one other person on the panel supporting the opposite stance in order to be able to do so. And we do have They Need to Know, who is on the panel. So this is what I want to do, because I do want to rotate a few people out and get a couple more people in. DJ, can you, I want to drop you down, my friend, but I want you to be able to share with everyone that's listening one more time why you think Kamala Harris is the only sensible candidate to have or to become the president of the United States.
Well, I would say because she's got a good reputation, for one. I mean, she's been through practically all three branches of government, practically. She's the IRL, Elle Woods, and frankly, I think men have led this country for far too long, and it's time for a motherly touch.
I completely agree. Thank you. I appreciate you, DJ, and you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
You too. I'll keep listening.
Thank you.
Hey, I just want to correct something, because I remember we used to say it, the all three branches of government thing. And I remember the young lady came up here and she actually corrected it. She did not serve in all three branches of government, even though we would like for her to have two. She's only served in two because being an AG is a part of the executive branch. I had to look into that myself to make sure of okay, and we take the correction and we continue on. So she, even though she served in the executive and legislative branches of our government, she is still the most qualified candidate to have run for president in a very long time. So it doesn't take away anything from her. I just wanted to say that because it's been bothering me.
Yep. No. Absolutely. Absolutely. W's in the chat for Corey. Corey added $3 to the nightly donation goal. Thank you so much, Corey. Listen, we have a couple of people that want to come up. I want to try to balance out the panel a little bit. If you are a Trump supporter, if you are voting for Trump and you are in the queue and you want to join the panel, please just drop a me in the chat so I can see you and I'll bring you in. So if you're already requested up and you are a Trump supporter and you want to join the panel, just drop a me and I will bring you in. I see there's a lot of people in here. Quentin, I don't see that you requested up, but I'll send you a request.
Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Santana, Hector, Chris.
Zay?
Going good, going good, going good.
Am I here? Am I here?
Say it again.
Am I here? Am I here tonight?
Oh, yes. Hello, Erica. How you doing, love?
Did you not speak to Erica?
I did now.
I was just wondering, like, am I here?
What's going on, Zay? What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Santana?
Now, before we begin on any other ops, I did want a clarifying question real quick. Wouldn't the position of a prosecutor be under the judicial branch? Since that has to do with like the justice system or whatnot?
No, it's a part of the executive.
Huh. Okay. All right. Noted. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this information is easily Googleable. I don't know why you wanted to challenge it.
Well, no, not challenge it. Just wasn't sure.
Okay, I understand.
All right. So, guys, perfect. Joshua, how are you this evening, my friend?
Man, I'm good. I just want to say I'm not a friend. I'm a Trump supporter, but this is one of the most respectful, whatever you want to call it, panel that I've been on, and that's why I donate. Even though we have different views, but I try to go on other panels. And the moment I say I'm a Trump supporter, they just bash, and just kick me out. But y'all cool.
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm happy that you feel comfortable to come up and have a conversation on the panel. I appreciate you. So I know you said that you're voting for Trump in this upcoming election. Can you tell the people what's the biggest reason why?
Well, yeah, because immigration and all that. I am Latino. I'm Puerto Rican too, so I really want to talk about that little joke that Tony Hinchcliffe just said. About Puerto Ricans. At first I was a little offended about it, but doing the research, there is a little big waste problem that we do have in the island, and if it wasn't for Tony Hinchcliffe, no one would have been talking about it. Now Biden today talking about he's gonna send money to help clean it up. So, I think we should kind of thank Tony for saying it, because us Puerto Ricans, nobody was talking about it in the States. Nobody. And that garbage problem has been happening for years. So, it was good that the light came out.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Listen, I get what you're saying, and I get the position that you're trying to take. But the fact of the matter is, he has a track record of saying some of the most horrible and racist stuff. So you might think that there was some good that came out of this, okay, but no, that joke wasn't made for him to shine a light on anything. That was just him being a complete jerk.
I didn't like it. I think it fell flat. I didn't like it. I feel like there was no context. He should have gave more context and meaning behind it for the joke. He just said it just to say it. That's why I didn't like the joke at all.
Okay,
but we all heard of Don Rickles. You remember his jokes? Everybody laughed at his jokes, and if he would be alive today saying jokes, forget about it. He would have been canceled a long time ago, because that man went after everybody's race, and no one complained about him.
Okay, Chris, you have your hand up.
Yeah, so I kind of want to counter the point that he said that Biden was just now sending funding. So here we go, right?
Right.
Before we work back to 2021, let's work through something that he passed, even more recently, right? This was a part of the bipartisan infrastructure bill that was already in place. Now, 1.1 billion of this was actually dedicated to about a dozen infrastructure projects within Puerto Rico. That includes 596 million of this dedicated to transportation, roads, bridges, public transit, ports and airports, and 185 million dollars for water. Now, if we work back just a little bit far, right, in 2021, Biden has been in Puerto Rico support when it's come to disaster funding, and for the Chips and Science Act that he also passed. A lot of that infrastructure was actually being built in Puerto Rico as well. And because of the Chips and Science Act, there's been a lot of investor activity going back into Puerto Rico. The most recent example that I'm going to land my plane is Biosimilar Solutions, right? Which was a company that got $200 million invested in Puerto Rico proper because of that Chips and Science Act. So Biden has done a lot for Puerto Rico, not just because of this skit.
And Zay, you had your hand up.
Thank you. Here's my thing about the comedian's performance at this rally, right? If it weren't for first off, let me say this: if you're running a campaign, right? If you're running for president and your goal is to get as many votes as possible from all aspects of life in this country, right? I would think if you're going to try and, have some fun at a rally, get a comedian to come in, I would hope you would have, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, damn. I would hope you would have, enough common sense to not have the comedian roast any demographic in this country. When, the point is to get as many votes as possible, right? That's the first thing. And then, and let's make something very clear. The comedian you mentioned earlier, I forgot his name that fast, but yeah, let's make something very clear. A lot of comedians roast everybody, right? There are a lot of shows out here that roast everybody as well. If you've seen an episode of Family Guy, you would definitely understand this. They roast everybody, right? But again, we're talking about a political campaign where the end game is to try and earn as many votes as possible, not at the expense of disrespecting a certain group of people, right? Especially when you're not even part of that demographic as well. I think there's, like somebody just said in the comment section, very good point. Like, there is a time and a place, right? And then some other people like to make the excuse or say, oh, what about Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle or George Lopez? They roast their own race all the time. Exactly. They roast their own race, right? That's completely different. And then the last thing I wanted to touch upon is the fact that if it wasn't for everything else that was being said at that rally, it wouldn't have been as bad, right? And I'm not talking about the comedians. I'm talking about the other speakers there now. The other speakers that were in there doing nothing but fear-mongering, inciting hatred, called Kamala all types of dumb and the B word, then said stuff about the Palestinian people being taught to unalive folks at 2 years old. It was nothing but fear-mongering and inciting hatred, right? On top of all that, you got a comedian that now is roasting a demographic, two demographics, claimed that he was carving watermelons with a black man at a Halloween party. First of all, you carve pumpkins. He knew what he was doing when he said he was carving watermelons with a black man. That was crazy to me. And then, of course, the island of garbage in, Puerto Rico, something like that. Again, he was doing that to straight up entertain racists. That's the best I can. That's the most respectful way I can put it. That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was entertaining racist people.
Yeah, no, listen, Zay, I've said this and I absolutely mean this. It's not just that comment, but if you listen to the comments of multiple people that were at that rally, they leaned into the racism very heavily. Very, very heavily. So it wasn't just a sense of that one off comment, it was more than that. But with that being said, I want to do this because Carol has been super patient, hasn't gotten to say anything. I want to make sure that we get over to Carol. Carol, how are you again? Carol, are you there? Carol, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Carol, so we have the. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just check with the guy right above you real quick.
Okay.
I don't know how is that D Blotti? How do you say your username? D Lottie Blotti. Yeah.
Oh, Debo Lottie.
Debo Lottie got more head than she got body.
You already know.
Debo Lottie. Debo Lottie. Who are you voting for in this upcoming election, and what's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala.
Okay. And what's the biggest reason why?
Biggest reason why, man. I grew up in just a little brief history, no long story.
No. Just the biggest reason why, please.
Oh, the biggest reason why is because number one, I deal with money every day, so taxes, and when the Democrat is in office and they get their tax plan passed, my money gets better because I'm in the middle class bracket. Me and my wife are in the middle class bracket, so it helps us out tremendously. When Republicans get in office, I've dealt with Bush and I've dealt with Trump. They give the tax cuts and the breaks to the rich, and so our checks get hit more. The middle class and the lower class, what people don't realize, they be like, "I had more money." No, you didn't. They is taxing us right now. Look at the percentage they're taxing the middle class to the percentage they're taxing the rich.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right,
Yes,
Carol. Carol, so you have Joshua to your left. They need to know to your right. Who would you like to have a conversation with and explain to them why Kamala Harris is actually going to be better for the United States versus Donald Trump?
Either. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, my opinion, how I feel is my feelings. I just think that with all the rhetoric that's been going on with Donald Trump, not just this election here, the previous election, even before he came into politics, he's always been a very disrespectful person. He has always been a very not nice man. It's just now I just feel like it's time. I am, not 30 or 40 anymore, but it is just time for something different. It's just time for something new. It's time for unity. We have to unify as a people. I don't care about what race, creed, or color you are, but as people and people of this earth and of this world, we have to start trying to work together, love each other, support each other, and help each other to grow. We can't continue this same foolishness that's been going on for so many years and years and years. It's just time for something new. It's time for something. Things have changed, and we just have to realize, as an older person, we just have to realize that things aren't the same anymore. There are so many people now that are so smart, that are so intelligent, that are so progressive, that this is what we need. We can't keep having the same racist attitude, this bigotry, all that stuff needs to stop. Even though I know it's there, I know people feel how they feel, and I respect everyone's feeling. And I think that we all need to learn how to respect one another. But Donald Trump is not a person that respects anyone at all. He doesn't care. I have not any goodness when he was in the office. My paychecks didn't look any better. I work every day. Me and my husband, we are middle class America, but I don't see nothing that he did that was beneficial to the folks that I know and that I live with and that I work with. I don't see anything different. And I'm not saying that Kamala Harris is going to do that as well, but I have more faith in her ability than I do Donald Trump's.
Okay. Joshua, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, going back to the rhetoric, what I think people had turned a blind eyes when the Democrats do it. Just today, Biden called all Trump supporters garbage. And
What?
Yeah, look at the video. He came out today with the video.
Wait, we're not gonna fly past that one.
Yeah, I believe I
Find us the video.
We posted it on my page. But my thing's private. I don't know if y'all can see it. But
yeah, nobody's going to your page, bro. Where can we find that?
I don't know. I seen the video off TikTok. He was giving a speech and he said that Puerto Rico is not, where he comes from, are not garbage. The only people who are garbage is his supporters. That's exactly what he said. And that's not half the country. He just said he's supposed to be president for everybody.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so he said just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rican. Just the other day at his rally, a speaker called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know. Yeah, I don't.
Okay, he said, "Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico where I know. In my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters." He ain't lied.
But he did say, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It should go both ways.
Should it? He telling the truth.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
See the hypocrisy in it, though.
I don't care. You call me what you want.
So
I ain't running for office.
So you have an issue. So you have an issue with the current sitting president that's not even running for re-election, with his regards to Trump supporters being garbage.
I'm saying it should go both ways. Like, if one's going to demonize one side, we should demonize the other. It goes both ways. Didn't it during the rally when Massacre Garden, didn't Tim Watts called everybody that there was a Nazi rally, mention it because it
Yahtzee.
In the 1930s, like
friendly language, please.
Yeah, Yahtzee,
Nazi. It's Nazis. Yeah, my fault. But like I say, it should go both ways. Like, we can't turn a blind eye and be like, well, it's just the Republicans. When Democrats do it too.
No, I mean, Joshua, if it goes like a duck, I don't know what to tell you.
I was about to say that.
Trump been bashing. I don't know how long. It's by time somebody get on his behind.
All right, so
hold on. Too many people talking at one time. Erica, what were you saying?
I was agreeing with Zay. If it was like a duck, it quacked like a duck. God damn it, it's a duck. And I'm tired of people acting like Trump gets to say whatever he wants to say and there's no repercussions. None whatsoever. Nothing happens to him. But Hillary says you're a basket full of deplorables for supporting that man. And now Biden says that the only garbage he knows is his supporters. Now all of a sudden, oh no, you can't say that. Oh no, how dare he? No, he's telling the truth. It's the truth. The island of Puerto Rico, the territory. Yes, do we need to?
No. I thought somebody else was about to start talking after you finish. E, go ahead.
No,
I wasn't talking to you. Go ahead, E.
Okay, good God, I lost my train of thought. Okay, no. So the island, the territory of Puerto Rico, is not garbage. It is a beautiful, beautiful place full of magnificent people. And I ain't running for office. I can't say the same about Trump supporters. You support a racist. You support an ableist. You support a guy who practices transphobia. You support a man who literally wants to destroy this country, and we're supposed to be like, oh, well, you're still good people. No, you're not. You're not a good person for supporting Trump, and I'm not going to continue to pretend that you are. You're just not a good person. So that's all there is to it. Biden did not say anything wrong, and I'm tired of y'all trying to make him feel like he did. This is the same thing that y'all did to Hillary in October of fucking 2016. This is the same thing y'all did to her. Y'all not gonna do that. And Biden ain't even running. Kamala is. So Kamala ain't say that shit. So I don't care no more. Move on to the next subject.
Language.
Oh, language.
My hand is up,
excuse
by
my
the way,
English.
in the comment section. My hand is up.
Yeah, 1 second. Just an FYI to everybody. W's in the chat for Alex, who added $2 to the nightly donation and brought up the fact that Biden redacted it. He apologized and said the video was garbage. Yeah, if you scroll to the bottom of the actual article that I was reading on AP News, it actually goes on to talk about that very thing. Joe Biden later came out and put a statement out on the old Bird app, the Twitters, saying, in referring to Trump supporters as garbage. No, wait, hold on
I
here.
just have one more thing.
Yeah, his demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally didn't reflect who we are as a nation. So
And just
he
one
did
more
apologize
thing.
about it.
And just one more thing, and I know we'll pass it to Zay. But the thing is, why do we have to continuously be tolerant of the intolerant? Why does the left or anyone that supports Democrats, why do we always have to take the moral high road when they get to go below hell?
Yep.
They can say whatever they want, whenever they want. But as soon as we respond or we call a spade, it's, how dare you? How dare you say that?
Yep. Nope.
As if Trump didn't, God, I can't even think of like all the awful things that he said. I can only think right now, shithole countries. My God. But we all know Trump has said some nasty stuff. With that, I'll pass it off to Zay.
Well, no. We have Mutane on the panel. Zay, give us a second. Hi, Mutane.
Hey, Mutane.
Hey, Shira.
How are you this evening?
I'm frustrated.
Oh,
How
what's
are
wrong?
you? The conversation.
Oh, got it. Me too. Mutane, the floor is yours.
I might need a second.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do this real quick. While we come back to Mutane, D ready. How are you this evening, my friend? D ready?
Oh, thank you, host, for having me up again one time.
Okay. Who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
I am voting since 2007 National Guard allowed me to become a U.S. citizen from Jamaica, 27-year military, aid active, and the rest until I got injured overseas, woke up 26 July back at Fort Hood. I'm voting for Madam Kamala Harris, presidential candidate.
Harris.
Right. Kamala Harris, veteran Tim Walz, and Debbie down here in Florida to beat Rick Scott, Congress in USA. Yeah. Down, you probably hear it. You probably heard. The people are very upset down here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're
Absolutely.
mad. They were already organizing down here for Harris. This just kind of topped it over. Look at all of the people around America that are Puerto Ricans and Latinos and all this here. But you know, you mentioned it before, the host and Erica and all this. We know that man track record. The only black apprentice winner, and he wanted him to be there. What'd he do? Oh, you need to share this with his white tea lady, finished fifth. Central Park 5, the first time I saw Trump. When I left Fort Sill, Geronimo Mountain, 87, I went at Fort Lewis, went to Jim and Chow, turned on the TV. Don't even know this person is. Reporter says, Mr. Trump, did you really took out a 4-page ad coming for the deep end of Iraq in New York? He took his finger and pointed down, I want society to hate these people. The DNA, they wrote that letter, no family, no lawyer with them, grill for a long time. Went to jail and prison, 7 to 13 years. The DNA of the guy that did it. right? Of how they got released. And there was supposed to be another guy to make it 6. And that's how they got released, $40 million settlement. Trump called the settlement a disgrace. The track record on this dude, veterans, I'm a vet, you know? It's really absurd. He should be arrested for January 6th.
Yeah, no. Listen,
We never.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say just a few more things. We never had nobody never do a peaceful transfer of power. It never happened. And then the name of the White House should be changed to America's House. It should be changed, right? Kamala Harris is qualified, more qualified than. The problem with this man, he don't like somebody who's knowledgeable and capable. That's why he went after President Obama birthday when I was overseas. I gave $5 million to charity of his choice if he showed his birth certificate, right? Today, I need some prayers. We all do, but I'm the 4th person in the family to battle cancer. My twin sister, our sister, we lost her 12 April 2023, since 2016, ovarian cancer. And they took 2 samples out of my right neck about a month ago. And I laid there and I was thinking about her, saying, Jay, am I going to come with you now? And they couldn't do it, so they had to do a sample biop, took it out 2 weeks ago. And 16 October last week, they called me and let me know there's cancer. So today I went and got my first dose of a back-to-back day. Tomorrow we go.
What happened? Okay, I don't know what just happened. Okay.
Did he accidentally hit a button, or?
I don't know. I don't see. Oh. That was weird. So the TikTok got him. I was about to say I don't even see him. Okay. Let's keep going. So, Mutang, are you okay?
I think I'm getting there, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I didn't think I'd get messy.
No, you're perfectly fine. Did you need more time, or did you want to go ahead and speak?
I just want to say, if you have to resort to those sort of things as a comedian, you're not funny. I'm sorry.
No worries. It's okay.
Get it together. Sorry. I probably shouldn't have come up. So,
you're fine.
We'll call it tokenizing, but my son's Puerto Rican. And when he overheard that, the look on his face was devastating. And that's all I wanted to say.
Well, Mutang, you know for a fact. I'll say this. I'll say this. There is a level of hatefulness, and it's super interesting how the Trump campaign has decided that they were going to take on the mantra of being the campaign of joy, right? This is what they've been saying. It's love and joy, and they keep repeating this over and over and over, like that's their thing now. But you can't say that you're the campaign of joy and love, and then immediately turn around and make those type of comments over and over, and not only in that form and fashion, but in talking about other people, other races, the way that you talk about women. Like it was a whole thing. And what happened at Madison Square Garden was the peak of what the Trump campaign is about. So like for anyone to say that, I'm sorry, Joshua, for you to say that was calling attention to what's going on in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, that's not true. That was someone who felt comfortable being racist in a racist environment. But we're gonna leave it there. I don't want to talk about that topic anymore. We're gonna keep it moving. So there are a lot of people requesting up. I mean, there are a ton of people in the request. But I do want to get some Trump supporters to balance out the panel, and maybe one other Kamala Harris supporter. So if you're in the request and you are voting for Donald Trump, go ahead and just drop a me in the chat and I'll pull you in. If you're in the request and you're voting for Trump, just drop a me and I'll bring you in.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop Sheeta.
Okay, Wu-Tang, I love you so much.
I love you too. And she's salty.
Bye. Okay. I got you. 1 second here. All right.
Look, y'all, I'm gonna drop down too because I got to be up in like 5 hours. But I like this. I will continue to donate even though we don't see the same views. But I mess with y'all. Y'all cool, respectful. Y'all pick my brain. I pick my brain. I pick yours. So I'll be back and I'll continue to donate to you. Much love, right, y'all?
All right, perfect. Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too, my dude.
Kay, the floor is yours.
Hey, just a couple quick announcements. We're going to go to sub-only chat until we get up to 225K likes. One, so that we can get the likes moving, but two, some of the things that people are saying in the chat are utterly disgusting. And if you can't get with the program and how this platform is run and that we're respectful to one another even when we have a difference of opinion, I'm not understanding exactly what the problem is. But we've asked politely multiple times for you to be respectful. Santana gives everyone a voice. He's literally clearing out the panel to make room for more Trump supporters. So it needs to stop. This is not the platform for that kind of stuff at all. We don't do that here. We're respectful to everyone. So let's just try to keep having a good night and move on and tap the screen. And we're not going to have any more of this disgustingness in the chat. We're just not going to do it tonight. So thank you very much. Tap, share, like, donate if you can. Don't forget Erica as our co-host. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kay. All right, guys. So we have 3 spots open on the panel. We have your mom. Your mom, you said you are voting for Trump in this upcoming election. Is that correct? Your mom? Your mom, I'm sending you a request to come off mute. Hello, your mom. Oh, she has the red bars. We'll give her a moment. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get this thing up to 225,000 likes. Once we're at 225,000 likes, we will open up the comments. You were saying something?
No, I'm telling you, your mom is a guy. It's a dude.
Oh, okay.
He's been up here before.
Oh, got it. All right. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Sarah, who added $5 to the nightly donation goal. And also W's in the chat for Alex, who sent $2, said George Lopez is a legend. His comedic jokes the other day at Kamala Harris rally was funny as hell. Yeah, I mean, just to kind of square the circle, there's a time, place, and a way to do everything. And, we can talk about us, but other people can't talk about us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it.
Also, guys, we still have $111 left in the nightly donation goal. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. That is the best way to actually support the live. So if you're enjoying the live, enjoy the information, education, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Last but not least, your mom. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait, before he comes off mute.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to
Hello?
shout out Ryan. Thank you for the $3. Dude said keep dropping F-bombs. Yes, I can do that. And also shout out to Jenny. She said, "Thank you for standing up for democracy and for her Puerto Rico. Baby is nothing." Thank you so much. I appreciate you both. W's in the chat.
Absolutely, guys. We
Hey,
need
Story.
to sprinkle a little bit more on Erica because I feel like her pay links have been moving really slow, and that doesn't sit well in my spirit. So make sure that we are taking care of Erica as well. Let's knock out the daily donation.
Thank you, Big Mill.
Exactly. Knock out the daily donation, but at the same time, make sure we take care of Erica, gift the panel, all that good stuff. Tap, tap, tap. Once we're at 225,000 likes, we will open up the panel. One more time, your mom, are you there? Because you have the red bars.
I have bars. I don't know if you can hear me. I can hear you. It's like.
Okay,
I don't know if you can hear me.
We can hear you. Are you, and you are.
I'm not gonna respond to that.
Right, you're voting for Trump in this upcoming election.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
but I don't want to. I don't want to.
I think you have a delay. Okay,
I don't want to.
back on mute for a
respond
moment
to.
Because you got a delay. Let's see if this will work its way out. Story, how are you?
Good evening. Good evening. Hi, the panel. Erica! Sorry, guys. I got a fangirl.
Yeah.
Every time I'm with her.
Story. You make me happy whenever you come up here.
He is awesome.
I just wanted to come up and say I haven't heard it. The reason I'm voting for Kamala. Same thing like Biden. Biden was the wingman for President Obama. He saw President Obama bring us through some stuff. Kamala got into the office and saw a pandemic. It wasn't the beginning, but it was the second half of it. So she was in there. She seen it. She saw how Biden did it. I feel like she will be prepared. She has the game plan or the playbook if something else was to occur or whatever. Trump had his opportunity to show how he would handle a pandemic. He threw away the playbook. So I'm going to go with the person that watched somebody else do it, not once, but twice, and did it well. That's one thing I haven't heard anyone speak on that makes her qualified.
Absolutely. I completely agree. Thank you for that. So, the need to know. Welcome back. The need to know. Are you there? There we go.
What's up?
All right. Well, I will give you the floor for a moment. You can pick who you want to have a conversation with, Erica, Chris, or Story. Who would you like to start a conversation with?
Man, I don't know, man. Erica don't like me no more. I'm sorry, Miss Erica. Whatever I said to offend you, I didn't mean to. But
Go now. You should have a conversation with Chris. Chris, I'm sorry. I know it's past your bedtime, but you can do this in your sleep.
Yeah,
Why you always pass it on to me? Nah, I'm just kidding. What's up, man?
Chris sounds very intelligent.
What's going on? What's on your mind?
Did any of you guys happen to still at least read like the first 3 chapters of her book? Anyone?
What? Okay, you literally said the exact same thing yesterday. Okay.
I'll ask the question. I mean, it's a new day. I mean, that's the person y'all voting for. Why are you so frustrated?
Because I literally told you this last night, and I'm going to literally say it again. I don't need to know every single thing, including what she ate for breakfast, right? What I need to know, right? What I do know about Kamala is what I need to know. For example, age 7, she let's start from the top. Like I literally said again, she was baptized at the age of 7 at a Southern Baptist church in Oakland, California. Nothing too exciting until she gets to.
What about her time in Canada?
So we haven't got there yet. So you just told me to just relax. Okay. So, with that being said, everything else that you mentioned, right, is nothing really pertinent to the election. So, moving on to her time at Howard University, very good
I bet you
HBCU
will,
lawyer, all this
sister.
other stuff. Okay, so you're gonna like you did the exact
Don't
same thing
interrupt.
yesterday. I'm trying to be cordial here. Didn't okay, so yeah. So with that being said, her time as DA, her time in the Senate, all these other things, right? I do not need to know every single little detail, and I doubt you know every single little detail about Donald Trump, because we both don't need to know everything down to what they had for breakfast when they were 6.
Well, I guess that's a good way to run around the question. You follow your leader real good.
Yeah,
You doing
exactly.
the same thing she does, run around the questions.
I literally answered.
Nothing
I
later
just
on.
told. So I'm gonna say it in your mic. You need to
You,
go.
you skip straight to Howard. Well, why you ain't say nothing about her raising in Canada?
Okay. So why do I need? So tell me, how's that pertinent for what she's doing, as literally running for
Y'all only
president?
voting for her because she black and she went to
No,
Howard.
I'm not voting. Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna debunk this in one very simple concept. Cool. She has an 82-page economic plan that actually favors the lower and middle class. Can you say the same about Trump? If so, where can I find this information?
In my
No, no,
city,
no.
we
You
already
just
getting first time homeowners grants for
hold on.
20,000.
So
We
you just
already
accused me.
Okay,
So
wait. So what we're not gonna do tonight is we're not gonna talk over each other. The need to know. Please go back on mute just for a moment so Chris can finish his point. And Chris is really good. We're going on mute when you talk. So please stay on mute for right now. Go ahead, Chris.
no. So he told me I was dancing around the question. That's the first. So I'm gonna ask you again, right? Cool. I'm not voting for her because he's black. I'm giving you one of the many reasons that I voted for her. And I want you to answer this directly, right, to prove that you're not a hypocrite. One of the reasons that I voted for her is because she has a very well thought out 82-page economic plan that has a lot of policies that favors the lower and middle class. Can you say the same about Donald Trump? If so, where can I find this information?
No, he don't have an 82-page plan.
Okay, so I've just
But didn't she just reveal that plan?
No.
Just now, within the last 30 days? Yes, she did.
So
Yes, she did.
hold on. So I'm defeating your narrative. I have now proven to you that I'm not voting for her because he's black. Thank you for making my point.
Also, technically,
She's only been running for 2 months.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. So let's do this real quick because we got some new people on the panel. I just want to check in with everybody. Chris, how are you this evening, my friend?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Chris, who are you voting for, and what is the biggest reason why?
Kamala. And I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious. I have a lot of reasons why. Probably my top reason is probably abortion.
AB, my friend.
And women's rights.
Okay. AB, perfect. Thank you. Go back on mute for just a moment. JV, how are you this evening, my friend? JV, are you there?
Sorry. Yeah, I am. Thank you. Had to get off mute there. I'm voting for Kamala, and not because she's a woman, not because of the color of her skin, but because of her policies. The plan that Chris mentioned, also women's rights, also the way she's handled her campaign. I think she's proven that she is capable of doing the job, because look at the way she ran her campaign. But what I wanted to say is Trump just announced a rally in my city, which the last time he was here was in 2016, and there was a riot because he showed up. And he just announced that and is having a campaign on Halloween. I don't know why he's coming here, but the thoughtlessness.
What city is that?
Albuquerque.
Ah, got it.
2016, it blew up here. New Mexico has been a Democratic state for a long time. We only have 5 electoral votes. But my point is that he's coming on Halloween. People already have plans. He doesn't care what he's disrupting when he goes somewhere, and he still owes our city money. I think it's like 400K from 2016. This town next to us, Rio Rancho, he came in 2020 during the 2020 election. He still owes them 200,000. So for me, it's a no-brainer because I'm just tired of the way his campaign does things. They don't pay when they're supposed to pay, among other things. And Erica, shout out on Puerto Rican. Thank you for saying those kind words for Puerto Rico.
Oh, of course. It's only the truth.
W's in the chat for Erica.
And thank you so much, Tasha, for
You
that.
see that?
Swan thing.
Exactly.
I did like this. Here's the thing. The one thing that I do as the co-host is I don't do anything but the facts thing. Anything that I say up here, I have literally researched and confirmed at probably 5 times over just to make sure before I say it, because I don't want someone coming back to me saying, oh, well, you were wrong about this. Oh, okay. I don't mind correction, but that's why I love to make sure that I am correct whenever I say something here. So, Miss JV, of course, it's only the truth. But yeah, y'all forgive me. My baby had his band showcase today. Mama kind of tired.
Aww.
Yeah.
W's in the chat for Bubba. Yes. Last but not least, Ren. Ren, how are you this evening, my friend?
Hey, Ren.
I'm doing okay.
Good. Ren, tell the people who you're voting for, the reason why.
I'm voting for Kamala Harris, and I'm voting for her because she gave one hell of a speech this evening at that rally in Washington, D.C., and because I actually give a darn about humans, especially in this country. So I'm not going to vote for the person that doesn't care about other people.
Perfect. Absolutely.
Also,
thank you.
Shout out to Jess in the chat.
What up, Jessica Simone? See, we got my people are here. All right, so guys, just to level set, we have Chris Story, or we have Chris the venture capitalist, Chris the venture capitalist, or you know what, I'm gonna call you Cowboy Chris. Let's do that. We got Cowboy Chris, we got Soar, we got Chris, we got Ren and JV, who are all voting for Kamala Harris, and then we got your mom, who hopefully will be able to actually speak this time, and the Need to Know, who are voting for Donald Trump. Guys, we also big W's in the chat for, let's see here, W's in the chat for Myra, who added $3 to the nightly donation, and Jean, who added $2 to the nightly donation. And Wu-Tang, if you're still here, Jean left a specific message for you and said, Wu-Tang, never apologize for your emotions. I know that's right. Massive W's in the chat for Jean for passing on that message for Wu-Tang. So yeah, guys, what that means is...
Sorry to interrupt you. I don't want to throw you off, but I just want to give thanks to people too.
Okay.
So you don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, forget. Okay. Thank you to Laura for the $10 for Sprinkle. Yes. And also thank you for the $10 to Jody. She said, great job and keep it up. Thank you, love.
Absolutely.
Guys, oh, sorry. I got to thank somebody if that's okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
I just
Cowboy Chris.
Yeah, sorry. So thank you for Venmo from Brian Cohen, $20 for staying calm, cool, and collected, and letting people know that Kamala has a lengthy healthcare plan. You're welcome. Always.
Yeah, Chris has his pay links in the bio as well. Don't forget about him. Guys, so yeah, we only have $107 left in our nightly donation goal. $107. There's 570 people watching. So if only 107 people sent $1, just $1, we can take care of the nightly donation goal. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, the entertainment, the education, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please don't forget about Erica, because she is a hard-working co-host. I'll put her through the ringer, but we appreciate you, E.
Okay. Love you, bro.
Yeah, I love you more. Your mom. Do you want to try one more time to see if you have a signal?
Hello.
Yep. Okay. How do we sound to you?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I was.
Perfect. So you're voting for Trump in this upcoming election, right?
Yeah, I'm leaning. I'm leaning towards Trump. I'm still on Trump, and I was
Okay.
here before.
Okay. Yeah, I know Erica remembered you, and can you remind us what's the biggest reason why?
It's about my pocket. It's about my wallet,
Ooh, got it.
and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
It's about I'm voting for my wallet. I'm voting for cost of living, and a lot of it is not a distraction. What happened in the rally is distasteful. JD Vance should have at least been a bit more punchy with his. I don't know. I don't even want to call it an apology or whatever. Um, but I'm still gonna. I'm still leaning towards Trump.
Okay. So this is what I would like to hear, your mom. I would actually like to hear you have that conversation with either Story or Ren or JV. How leaning towards Trump in your vote for your pocket, how that could actually contradict their need for bodily autonomy, or just their overall well-being as women, because I think there is something to be said as far as voting for self-interest versus voting for the best interests of other people. But I would like to hear that conversation. So who would you like to have that conversation with? Story, JB, Ren, or even Erica? We'll throw Erica in there too, because Erica got a uterus. So
Actually, I do not have a uterus. I yeeted that bitch 2 years ago.
Oh,
language.
Well, I mean, she had one, so
I used to have one.
she's still qualified. But your mom, who would you like to have the conversation with?
I would have it with anybody that wants to, that has an input. Yeah, but as far, yeah, with anybody, like I've spoken to Erica before. I've spoken to you before. I don't want.
Okay, so let's do the story. Are you okay with having that conversation?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go right ahead, your mom.
Okay, so you said your pocket. I guess if you don't mind sharing, are you at the $400,000 annual?
No,
or
I'm
under?
not. I'm not.
You're not. Okay, so you're talking about
I'm
your
under.
pocket. You're under the $400,000. So what about Trump's plan is going to help your pocket?
It's about living expenses. And when you said it's about you and your own pocketbook and your own selfish interest, yes, it is. But mostly, it's about everybody's. A lot of the outrage you see is because of the standard of living and how that's under attack, especially in the past 4 years. Cost of living is just bad. And when you see what's happening in Nevada, like Trump is gaining a lot of ground in Nevada right now, and he might even take that like right now. And the reason he would is because of one thing: it's expensive to live in flippin' Nevada. That's why. And people are voting. They see everything that you guys deem distasteful in the rally. A lot of people see this shit, but the only reason that they want to move ahead from this discourse to that is because we cannot see VP Harris. She could not repeat the pattern of Biden Harris. That cannot be repeated again. And
Okay, so are you aware that it takes a minimum of 2 to 3 years for a previous president's legislations to end?
I disagree with that.
So you do not agree that when a president's
Yeah, there's a
term
lot of things the
ends.
president could do. There's a
Hold
lot of
on a
things the
second.
president.
Hold on a second. So you do not agree with when one legislation ends that it takes a couple of years for it to end and a new president's legislation to begin?
Even though the president on the first year takes on the previous budget, even though the previous, especially the second year, I can blame a lot of the consequences of the second year directly to the presidency. So this 2 year narrative and talking point is a little bit
It's not.
misplaced, and it's
Mhm.
misplaced for an agenda.
Okay, so let me explain something to you really quickly. I believe it's, I forgot the term, but when a president ends their term, so when Trump ended in 2021, when Biden took over, Trump's tax plan is still in effect. Matter of fact, it's still in effect until the end of 2025, and the top 1%, theirs was permanent. So right now, we're currently still under Trump's tax plan. So for you to say that it's just a talking point is not factual.
Because the tax plan is not the entire economy. The tax plan, it's not. Yes, it is a vital part of it. The tax plan is not everything. You got again. You
No,
zoom.
no,
If it's
correct. It's
the
not everything.
taxes is one part of the economy, the major part of the economy. Because when you say the cost of living is up because we're under Trump's tax plan, it's
No,
like, what are you trying to say?
okay,
It's like
hold on. Okay, hold on one
a weird
second.
pretzel.
Okay, hold on one second. That because that's two different things. You said your pocketbook, so that's why I brought up the tax plan. That's why I owe taxes. I never owed. I owe taxes. That's one thing. Now the cost of living and the housing, that came because he deregulated President Obama's housing uh, laws that he had in place to protect us. So when he did that, that allowed corporations, investors to buy up the houses, to buy up things of communities and all that, and then rent them out to us. So therefore, that increased the rents and the purchasings of the home. So that's two different things. So if Trump would not have deregulated, I think it's called the Dodd-Frank. If he would not have done that, we would not be where we are. So those are two different things. So yes, a previous president's actions, we do fill those up to a minimum of 2 years. So what you're attributing to your pocketbook right now, that's Trump's tax plan. And then the last thing I was saying before you jump in, the housing is because he deregulated President Obama's Dodd-Frank.
Oh, you don't want to know my perspective on how housing. Housing is insane at this point. There's 20 million vacant properties and houses. It's crazy because
And
this
they're
happened. And also, don't make the BlackRock and institutions the boogeyman, because this is an issue of people hoarding properties, and I work with a lot of them. They
People,
hoard properties because
specifically
and
people.
people, yeah,
Are you?
rich people.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
I want to make
people
sure
that
you. I
want to
want
get
to make
rich,
sure
or
you.
people that want to get rich, or people
Okay.
that want to get rich. And the reason they are addicted to this process is because they believe if they hold on to the house without even renting it or putting people inside it, if they can hold on to it and the house appreciates, they will hold on to it. And that type of thinking is, I don't know, it's everybody's fault, because everybody's reckless with their spending,
and
and I
that's
would
why
attribute that to both
raising
Obama and Biden more than Trump.
and that's why raising the taxes on the top 1%, which has been proven, it is factual, when they're paying more taxes, then they will build more houses, they will give pay raises to their employees. The trickle down does not work, and it has never worked. When I'll let you go next, Chris. And then just to tie in your vote to women, I myself, I don't have a problem telling my business. I don't have a uterus, but voting against us as women, you're taking away our reproductive freedom. My sister right now is in Arizona, and she needs to have a procedure done. She's not sure because the laws are kind of vague if she can have her procedure done. So voting for Trump is voting against our reproductive freedom as well. So I mean, I understand a lot of men are just single whatever voters, or they only thinking
Single
about
issue voters.
themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, single issue voters. I understand that, but in the interim, what about us women? Do we not matter? Do our rights not matter? Like, I understand your pocket, my pocketbook also, but my health as a woman is more important, that I have access and my sister has access. I'm 48 years old and I have to have a procedure. Thank God I live in a blue state. You have OBGYN providers leaving states. So voting for Trump again, women are being affected more. So does our health not and our rights not matter? I'll land my plane and Chris can take over.
I'm gonna say one thing about that, and after Roe v. Wade was overturned, most of the states have Roe v. Wade. I think it's 20 plus. They have Roe v. Wade esque or similar laws. So I'm not. That's and the rest have
Wait, that's not
a
true.
lot of leeway.
That's not
That
true.
is true. It is true. Look it up. Look it
That's
up. Look it up.
no,
Look it up.
no,
Look it up.
no, no,
Look
no,
it up. They still allow abortion to the 25th.
no.
I'm
First
not
of all,
spreading. I'm
your
not spreading.
mom,
I'm
your
not spreading.
mom.
Look it up.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. That's not true. That's absolutely not true. Also, it's AB. Also, there's multiple states where there's no exception. No exception. So,
I said 18. I said 18. I was specific. Do you want me to name them?
you said most states.
Yes, he did.
You said most states have protection.
Because if I use the metric of just like 10,
Listen.
15 weeks.
Listen. It doesn't matter if it's most states. It doesn't matter if it's 80%, 90%. Women should have rights to bodily autonomy, period. There's no restriction on men's body.
Fight it state by state.
Okay, we're not gonna have this conversation. We're not. I'm sorry. We're not gonna have this one. Real quick, because I want to call these off, or my head is gonna explode. W's in the chat for Alex, who sent $2 to say Trump supporters' logic hurt my head. It's high school math. Yeah. W's in the chat for Corey, who added $2. W's in the chat for Alex again, who said, "Why do Trump supporters always choose money over morals?" W's over the chat in the chat for William, who added $2, and W's in the chat for Erica, who added $1 to the nightly donation goal. Guys, we are only $95 away from completing our nightly donation goal. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. If you enjoy the live, the information, the education, the entertainment, please consider donating. We got almost 600 people watching, so if only 95 people send $1, we'll clear that completely out. And please don't forget about Erica, because I haven't heard her say thank you to anybody in a while. E, is your pay link still working?
They work, but you didn't read my message.
I didn't know you wanted me to. I thought that was just a thing between us.
Oh, okay.
Erica said,
"Look,
but I don't know if everybody else is gonna get it." She said, "Look up, Marlon. Say cheese." Dun, dun. Yeah. Anyway, that's a Wayne's brother thing. We're happy and we're singered and we're colored. Do. Give me a high five. Anyway. Okay, so let's do this. Ren.
Yo. What's up?
The need to know is back.
I see.
And he's wondering if anyone has read Kamala Harris' book, and for some reason that's like the thing that he's on. So yeah, I'll let you have that conversation with him.
Well, my question is, why is that relevant?
I just thought y'all would like to know more about the person y'all voting for.
Okay, so have you read The Art of the Deal?
Other than she went to Howard.
Have you read The Art of the Deal?
No.
Okay, so why don't you know more about the person you're voting for?
I mean, I actually do.
How? Because according to you, the only way you can know about them is if you've read their books.
You trying to twist my words. Why y'all always trying to twist somebody's words?
Hold on. No. Now let's walk this path.
I never said that. I said I thought y'all would want to know more.
Hold on, darling. Hold on. Let's walk the path. You have come up here 2 nights And the first question you keep asking is about this book, and your response whenever anybody asks you is always, I thought you would want to know more about the person you're supporting. So now I've asked you, have you read the book by the person that you're supporting? Right? And you said no. So wouldn't the same thing also apply?
What did I apply by saying that? I just asked a question. I didn't apply anything. I just said that y'all
Sir,
want to know more.
come on now. I might have
That's
been
not me
born, I
asking
was
y'all
born
want to
in the
know more. What
afternoon,
are
but
you
I wasn't
talking
born
about?
this afternoon. Come on now. Let's not be intellectually dishonest here. You were trying
Like I
to make,
said, you
you were
trying to
trying to
twist it
infer
around.
something, and now that I am pushing back against your inference,
Miss, I
you
could
don't
have
like
lied
that.
and said, yeah, I read the book. Because I'm pretty sure you didn't, but I didn't. I'm not trying to insert anything. I don't have to play mind games. I was literally just asking the question because all of y'all seem so adamant about voting for her.
And you seem so
Wait,
adamant about not voting for her.
She ain't really give me nothing that I seen.
But
Number
it
one,
seems,
y'all keep and the number one thing that she keeps starting off is saying, "Oh, I'm going. My new plan is to give everybody a $25,000 home grant." We already getting that on first time home owners grant.
25,000.
25,000.
What state does that?
Maryland.
Maryland does it.
Yes.
I'm about
can
to look it
somebody
up
look that up?
Yeah,
Because I
look
don't
it
have a
up.
I'm looking
computer.
because
right
I'm
now.
actually
Yeah,
from
look it
there.
up. Look it up.
Because I'm actually from there. So let's see.
Right. Look it up.
Okay.
As I was saying though, and y'all also keep
Hey,
standing on
also,
me as women's
the
rights.
need
How
to
is
know.
that just women's
Hey,
rights?
hey, the need to know. So just because Maryland gets it, does that mean that it's okay? Like she's trying to make this a federal thing. So why does it
Good.
matter? Yeah, but like if it's something in Maryland and it's quote unquote successful for you, wouldn't you want everybody else in the country to have
Of
access to that?
course.
So what are we
Of
talking about, my
course.
friend? I'm
But
so
why are we
confused.
applying her for something that we're already getting? That's what
No,
I'm saying.
something that
Most people
specifically
don't
you're
even know
getting.
they can get that.
Listen,
Like him, he's
hold
in my
on. No,
state.
no,
He
no.
don't even know he could get
No, no,
it.
no, 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 no. He's not in your state. He's saying he's from there, but yeah, everybody can't get it because I don't live in Maryland, so I don't get it. But also, two, that's just like
Maybe
her
you
wanting
can.
to. That's just like her wanting to legalize the M drug, right? The M drug is legal in certain places, but it would be more beneficial to more people if it was legalized in the entire U.S. That's the point. It's not. Hey, God damn it! I don't have my hat. Erica, you got your hat near you.
It's not all about
So
you.
y'all
I
telling me in
think you
other
It's
understand.
not
states,
all about you.
Yeah, you got it.
y'all don't get first time homeowners grants in the states that y'all from. Because the
No.
people I talked to in other states said they do, like
But
Atlanta.
okay,
They
okay,
said
hold
they
on, hold
Where
on.
are
do.
you getting the
Atlanta is
Maryland?
not a state.
Stop. But hold on.
Okay,
Let's stop
Georgia.
anyway. Let's stop anyway. Let's pump
Okay,
the brakes.
Georgia.
Let's pump the brakes. How does that even matter?
Because that's the
Why is
first
that?
thing she
But
keep
wait a
on
minute.
saying. Are you
But
watching
why
her
is that
interviews?
one policy so stuck in your craw?
Are you watching the interviews? I can tell you the other thing she said behind it. Are you watching the interviews?
Yes.
I can't tell because that's the only thing she's saying. That's the first sentence. What are you going to do?
Hold
Well,
on.
first we want to do affordable homecoming. Even if she can even get to that,
Do
Where are
you
you?
hold on? Do you understand how generational wealth is built?
enlighten me.
By property ownership, by real estate, by owning a home. That is how generational wealth is built. So of course that is important because if you had even a small amount, as much knowledge as you
I'm
think
saying it's
you
not
do, you
important.
will understand that poverty, if you help improve poverty, then you improve the material existence of everybody.
And you think that's what
Go
she's
ahead,
trying to
Santana,
do?
because that's facial
Honestly,
expression.
that's
Hold
what
on,
you think
cause
she's
I
trying to
I
do.
bet you Chris got the exact same thing that I got.
Yeah,
I hate
dude.
your
Where are you
microphone.
before? I'll give him a chance to defend himself.
Yeah, go
Where
ahead.
did you
Go.
get this $25,000 number from, dude? We're on
Hold
literally
on,
the
hold on, hold on,
Maryland.
hold on, hold on,
An
Chris. Don't
exact
tell him.
number.
Don't
No,
tell
no,
him.
no,
It's
Don't
no.
tell
not
him.
I'm
even an
just
Don't tell
citing
exact
him.
my
number.
source.
It
Hold
goes
on, hold
off of
on,
your
hold
it
on,
goes off of your credit and
I'm
how much
citing
more
my
she has
source
to put
before. I'm
down.
not gonna
Hold
say
on,
I'm
number.
hold
trying to
on, hold on,
explain it
hold
to
on, hold
you.
on, hold on, hold on. One second, Chris. One second, Chris. The need to know. Let me just ask this question before
It
you
goes
go
by
any
your
further.
credit.
One second. The need to know. Are you a homeowner?
No, yeah,
Okay,
not yet.
okay, so you never bought a house.
My big sister is showing
No,
me
no,
how to
no, no,
do
no,
it.
no.
As
We're
we
not talking
speak.
about your big sister. We're talking about
Right, but I'm
you.
showing you the steps. It doesn't matter if I
Okay.
did it or not.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe. Okay. Maybe your big sister. And never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. Hold on one second, Chris. You got it.
All right, so you managed to confuse 25,000 with 25%
Percent.
of a mortgage, right? Which is
Exactly.
an abysmal number. So let and
I just
and
said
hold
that.
on,
I was
hold on.
gonna
You
move
said
by
25,000. Don't
Stop
please
over
don't lie
talking.
to us. So you said 25,000. So here's and thank you for lying on my beautiful state that I still actually love, even though I live in Texas. So luckily, on the same website that you actually managed to discredit, it gives us a scenario, right? So they do it on what's called the Maryland Home Credit Percentage Rate. So if you're paying a mortgage of $6,000, right? You put the 25% to that, and then just for that 1 year, right? If you're paying a $6,000 for the course of a year, your tax credit is now $1,500. You just straight up lied to us.
You know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
But no,
Maybe.
I didn't. No,
Hold
I
on. Hold
didn't.
on. Hold on.
I'm
Hold
telling
on.
you
Hold
exactly
on.
what's.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not gonna say you lied. I'm gonna say you're misinformed, right? But technically, Chris found it before me because when I looked up, his hand was already up. But we literally found the exact same information with a simple Google search. Yeah, I'm looking at the exact same chart, literally. So the need to know. I know you said your big sister is helping you out, go through, because she's going through the process
She's
of learning or
dead.
whatever.
She's doing it, brother. She's ready to sell the house that she's living in now because she already did it. I told you it go by your credit and how much you got to put down.
Okay, we're not arguing that part with you. The first part, the latter, sure. Need to know. You understand that you are literally voting against your own best interest, right? We've established that, and you're okay with that, right?
Oh, if I'm wrong, oh, I'm
Because
wrong for
you
an
don't
independent
get.
thinker.
Need to know.
Somebody that's not controlled. She's controlled.
Can I ask a question to the
Hold on,
need to
hold on,
know?
hold on, hold on. Go ahead and finish your point, E.
Because
Y'all can kick
you're
me
in the
all y'all want.
process.
I'm going to speak the truth.
The need to know. Come on, listen. So you are in the process of learning what it takes to purchase a home. All right. Kamala literally has a plan to help you achieve that goal, whereas Trump, he doesn't even have a concept when it comes to home ownership. Not even a concept. So it's like,
How do
why?
you know that?
Why?
How do you know that?
Because he hasn't put
Boy,
out
I
any
read his.
plans.
I seen what he wants to do, and it don't mention nothing about the
Okay,
home
okay,
ownership.
okay. Hold on. Let's be fair. Okay, let's do this because Erica,
That's wild.
maybe we've been Erica, Chris,
Yes.
Ren. Maybe we have been unfair to the need to know, and I usually don't listen. When people say something is unfair, normally what I say is the fair is in the fall. But
I don't even know what that means.
exactly. But where I'm at, it's already the fall, right? So
Okay.
I can't say that right now. So the need to know. The need to know. Please demonstrate everything that you know about Donald Trump policies for us, please.
His policies.
He's 33. Somebody asked how old he was. He's 33.
Y'all ask that question every night.
I get why they asked the question.
I know. It's just so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, because I'm speaking to a bunch of people that's
No.
believe,
Hey, the need to know.
y'all actually believe that we have
The
a
need to know.
democracy, and it's mind blowing to me.
The need to know.
It's
Demonstrate
mind-blowing.
the need to know. Demonstrate everything you know about Donald Trump's policies, please.
I know he for the people.
Nope, that's not a policy.
I know he an independent thinker.
That's not a policy.
Half of the country agrees with me.
The need to know. No, it's not.
You all see it. It's all everywhere. It's all through
The
the
need to know.
comments. It's all everywhere.
Listen, Linda. Listen. We've done this song and dance enough. You know what I'm about. You know what Erica's about. You just met Chris last night, but you know what Chris is about. I know you know what Ren is about. I mean, everybody else on the panel you might not know, but you know. And that's why they need to know. What do you know about Donald Jimothy Trump's policies? You can come off mute.
Like your little pet, you keep taking me on and off mute when you want. That's crazy, man.
Well, it's because your mic is messed up and it squeaks anytime people are talking.
Taking me off.
Your mic squeaks. It squeaks.
It's cool. People can understand me, though.
Okay. One more time. One more time. Will you please demonstrate what you know about Donald Trump's policies? Even what do you know about his concepts of a policy? You don't even have to tell us about a policy. What are your concepts of his concepts of a policy? Let me see. W's in the chat for Grace Diva. Grace Diva used her monthly kick on the need to know.
Grace is like, get him
W's in the chat.
This shit no more.
And W's in the chat for Grace Diva.
We kind of have to accept the fact that that's just a hopeless case, man.
Yeah, guys. So that's
Yeah,
been two consecutive nights of dealing with that. So I'm gonna get some sleep right now. So catch y'all on the
Good
flip
night,
side.
Chris.
Good night, guys. Love you guys.
Yeah, love you, Chris.
night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Listen, E, take it for a minute, please.
Okay, I just always figured with him that like I keep like my fingers crossed just a little bit that he'll come back and he'll have like some new information and that he'll be able to tell us something, but he never does. So he's a candle in the wind. All right. Oh, Wu-Tang's up. Hey,
Yes,
Wu-Tang.
she is.
Shida.
Hey, Wu-Tang.
Hey, I got myself together. I'm sorry again for that.
Hey, no, you do not. No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. I just want to come up and ask everybody to knock this last $70 out on this goal. I know y'all can clear that out. We got plenty of time. Tap the screen, run those likes up, share the live, hit up Erica's cash links in her bio. Do all the things. They're doing all kinds of labor. Tonight's been wild. And they definitely deserve it. So, if you could, that would be amazing.
Thank you, Wu-Tang.
Of course, Shada. I'll talk to you all later.
Have a good
Lots
one.
of hugs to you, Wu-Tang.
You too. Tenchi Talte.
Let's see here.
I want to shout out. Thank you to Omega for the $5. I think it was on PayPal. Thank you so much, Omega. I appreciate you, bro.
Well, I think his microphone always sounds like a Burger King drive-through microphone.
Every single time. Every single
That's
time.
hilarious.
Every
I
single
asked,
time.
could we crowdfund a new mic for him in the chat, and
No.
nobody responded.
Hey, Bill, if you're still here, go ahead and request up. I don't see you. That's why I tried to bring you in, but I don't see you.
Hey, Santana,
Matthew Foss
get my cash app. I want to make sure I send it to the right person.
I did. I was just getting. So listen. I was
His
told
cash
that.
app is emoneybags30. It's his rap name.
Yeah. Listen. No.
That's mine.
Yeah. So.
I got you. Eat money bags.
Let me read this off. Hold on one second, because I okay. So let me just rattle these off. W's in the chat for Chris, who added $1 to the nightly donation goal. W's in the chat to Story, who added $20 to the nightly donation goal. Said thank you. W's in the chat for Gene, who said the graphics should say knowing his concepts, not his policies. W's in the chat for Bill, who added $1. W's in the chat to Alex, who. Hold on, Alex. I'll go back and get your message because it was a long one, and I want to make sure that I read that out right. W's in the chat to Ben, who said the needs to know a lot more. W's in the chat who David added $20 to the nightly chat saying he doesn't know, and W's in the chat to Hana, who said I'm too sick for this. So massive.
Management?
Yeah, it is. I don't understand why she keeps doing it, but I'm keeping her money.
It's going. Never mind. Anyway,
Yeah.
I hope she feels better super soon.
Yeah. No, listen. Thank you, guys. Let me go back to Alex's message. Alex said, the need to know needs to get a new phone because it sounds like Tom and Jerry. Now it sounds like Alvin's and the Chipmunks singing horrible.
I like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, we only have $49 left in the nightly donation goal. So guys, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. If you are interested in adding to the nightly donation goal, we only have $49 left. There's 530 of us watching, so if 49 people just send $1, we completely wipe that out. And please don't forget about Erica, because she is back, she is in business, and we need to make sure we're taking care of E. Ain't that right, E?
Yes, because I was cussing tonight.
I know that's right. She was. She was. Yeah, you know what? If you guys send E another, if you guys send E Cash App with cuss words in it, she'll read that out. So there's that. She will. She likes cursing. Also,
thank you, David, for the $20. For I'm glad you're sounding better. Thank you so much. I appreciate you every single night.
Exactly.
W's for David.
W's in the chat for Sandra, who added $2 to the nightly donation. Said, "Hello, there's no helping some of these people. No, it is not. It is not. I listen. Yeah.
What just say Harriet say? Just says sometimes you just gotta leave someone behind.
Yeah.
You can't take them all with you.
You can't take them.
Gotta leave him.
Everybody can't
We
go.
gotta leave his ass. I mean, we gotta leave him.
Yeah. Listen. So
You said it right.
Chris has red bars, but Bill specifically came up because Bill wanted to school your mom. So Bill, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I wouldn't say school. I just wanted to ask him a question. Why he thinks he would have more money in his pocket if Trump was president versus Harris, because 23 Nobel Prize winning economists endorsed Harris to say that you would have more money in your pocket if she was president. So I just wanted to understand what made you think that.
Hey, your mom? Your mom?
Yeah. I don't need 23. What is it? 23 economists to tell me the past 4 years has.
Did you say 23 condoms?
23 economists to tell me that the past 4 years has been a train wreck and a literal S show. She is disastrous. She is not good at it. She doesn't have any leadership quality, especially on the economy.
So, well then, would you be willing? Because right now, I guess what you're thinking is that whatever inflation you experience, you're subscribing to Biden. Is that correct?
Biden and Harris. She's a culprit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can go over that with you, but one thing you could consider doing is Googling economists on the COVID
C19,
of
Bill.
the C9. Just Google economists, and you'll find several articles, not just one, that Google economists on the cause of COVID era.
C19. Okay,
And
Bill, I gotta drop you just for a minute. Bill, I gotta drop you. Just wait 1 minute and then I can bring you back up. You said it's C19, guys. For everybody on the panel, please, please, please be mindful of the TikTok friendly language. So, Pew Pew, Mustache Man, Unalive, C19, Schmurder, AB, all of those things, the TikTok friendly words that allow us to continue to have these conversations because they are not playing and they are getting people about the paint. And we want to make sure that your TikTok is protected and also the live is protected. Hey, guys, I personally like pineapples. Pineapple is my favorite fruit. Right, pineapples are my favorite fruit, but I do enjoy some strawberries and some kiwis.
Mango.
Chat, you like mangoes? I can take mangoes or leave it. Guys, what's your favorite types of fruits? Can you drop those in the chat for me? Let me know. You love mangoes? Mangoes are okay. Apples. Listen, I love the Granny Smith apples, strawberries, pineapples, pineapple pear. Ooh, I do love pears, peaches.
Yeah, you strange.
Listen, no blackberries, cotton candy grapes. Oh, you fancy?
Pomegranates.
You're
I
fancy
love
with
grapes. Cotton candy grapes. Oh my gosh! In the summertime.
No, listen. There's nothing like a fresh peach. Did you know the actual peach state is South Carolina?
That makes
South
sense.
Carolina produces more peaches than Georgia. Georgia just stole the name. Literally, there's a giant peach, and everybody thinks that it's in Georgia. No, it's in Gaffney, South Carolina. Do you know the giant peach?
Cool.
Yeah.
Like George and them.
Yeah, it's not in Georgia. It's in South Carolina.
Like George.
Yep.
You know about George and the giant peach?
I do know George and the giant peach. All right, let's get you back
Give
in
me
here.
a moment. I made myself laugh.
You made it funny? Okay. Hey, Ren, I'm going to drop you down, my friend.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Good night.
Hey, Ren, what's going on, sister? See you later.
Curtis, you sound like you are in an airplane. Bill, okay, the floor is yours. Be mindful of those words.
yeah, okay. So I can, if you just Google that, what I said, you'll see, you'll find several articles. Now, I can go over it a little bit if you're willing to listen a little bit, and that's that. I could name three things that Trump did was inflationary. One thing Biden did. One thing the Federal Reserve did, and I can throw all those in there. But the effect of C19 and the global supply chain will just dwarf all those anyway. Because what happened was we came out of C19 before the rest of the world did. And then we had all those stimulus checks. And all of a sudden, the demand in our market went sky high. And then we looked at our shipping ports, went to the rest of the world, okay, we're ready for all the imports. And the rest of the world said, we're not ready yet. And so now you don't have any supply. And so high demand, because basically inflation is if the demand gets ahead of supply or supply gets behind demand, right? And so when you have economy demanding a huge consumption, but there's no supply, that's why you saw the car prices and all this kind of stuff. People couldn't get stuff. So there was a 6-month lag behind the demand supply equilibrium, right? Because when they're in sync, it's equilibrium. And so that's what started it, and it took all of about 2.5 to 3 years for all that to catch up. But I can tell you that three things, because you're going to hear a lot of people say, oh, Biden spent too much money. Biden spent too much money. But the reality of it is that, yeah, he spent money on things that I would argue that we needed, right? But Biden signed in like $3 trillion of deficit, but Trump, by cutting taxes without cutting spending, right? Because you can't cut taxes without cutting spending. 4 trillion in deficit. And so, whenever you, and you can't blame Biden for not doing Trump's spending cuts. And so whenever you do a tax cut without spending cuts, you're ending up with more wealth, more money in the economy. And then that's inflationary, right? When you throw more money in there, you're giving people more money. So they have more inflation. It's like if I go to an auction and I bid on a painting and say the painting's $80, I got $80, and I bid 80, and then somebody bids 81, then I can't get it. But then if somebody hands me $2 of tax rebates, all of a sudden I got $2 more. I bid 82. That's inflation. So, so that's what happens when you pump more money into the economy through tax breaks. It's inflationary. But if you had spending cuts, then it would have been canceled out someplace else. The other thing that causes inflation is tariffs. That gets passed on to the consumer. So some inflationary costs because of that. And then the other thing is, during COVID,
C19. Bill, I gotta drop you down again. I gotta drop you down again. Oh man, guys, let's tap the screen, share the live out. Let's get these likes up to 300,000. We've been moving really slow with the likes. We're only at 248,000 likes. Let's tap.
284,000.
That's what I said. What did I say?
You said 248. We're at 284.
Y'all know what I meant. Excuse me.
Let me respond until he gets back.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna say, RC Dove, can you pick up where he was, or can you finish that off? Do you know?
Yeah, if my connection's okay, if you can hear me okay, yeah. He was doing quite well. I mean, that was a very diplomatic way of saying Trump screwed things up with...
Yeah. Bill knows, but yeah, it's RC, give it to him funky. Give it to him funky.
He's our resident econ professor.
Well, I mean, there's no evidence that trickle down has ever worked. We tried it with George W. We tried it with Reagan. Trump tried it. It didn't work. He inherited a good economy, and we didn't need to stimulate it with a trickle-down tax cut that never trickles down. Giving corporations tax cuts didn't benefit us before the pandemic. It certainly didn't benefit us after. They didn't look at it benevolently and say, oh, well, people are going through a hard time. We just got a giant tax cut 3 years ago. Maybe we should give them a break. No, they ripped us off. So they price gouges. Kroger admitted to it. Trump wouldn't have been able to prevent worldwide inflation, and I guarantee you he would have made it worse. And economists who know what they're talking about when your mom doesn't, I'm talking to you, your mom, economists don't want him reelected because they know his tariffs are going to damage the economy like he did the first time. He's not allowed to run a business or a charity. He seriously is just... He's a fraud. His only talent, not a good one, his only talent is being able to rip off gullible people and find loopholes in the law somehow and taxes. I mean, if you want to give corporations more money, show me where it worked. Median income was already increasing under Obama. Jobs were doing better under Obama. Bill Clinton and Obama had higher tax rates on the wealthy and corporations and produced the best economies. And Biden and Harris have actually surpassed everything Trump used to brag about. So what are you guys complaining about? How is Trump going to lower inflation from 2%? You shouldn't go below 2%, actually. So we're already recovered in spite of Republicans who had the House for the last 2 years and did absolutely nothing to help us. But I digress.
Yeah, so the other thing is, God help me, I don't say the word again.
Bill, C19. C19.
C19.
Can I respond or?
Well, let me just finish the one thing and then you can respond. The other thing that you have to notice is during C19, when we had very low demand for oil because no one was driving, the USA oil companies were having stress. So that Trump then went and demanded OPEC to reduce production. Okay? And he threatened them with military stuff and really upset them. But they did it, right? And so that then raises the prices of oil. And then as soon as we came out of COVID, OPEC didn't
All right, Bill.
increase. Jesus, huh?
Bill, we could try again another night. Bill, you gotta remember the TikTok friendly language. Oh, okay. JB.
Can I add something?
Yep, I was just about to come to you.
Thank you. I just want to add to what RC and Bill were saying. Another thing that happened, so Trump gave corporations the tax cut, and the result of that tax cut, because it was without stipulation, I remember a company that I was working for at the time, they did give us $1,000 bonus because they got this tax cut, and this was a large corporation, and several other ones did the same. And then 1 year later, we all got laid off at several different companies. So those tax cuts did not benefit middle class at all, and many people lost their jobs during the Trump era. And so I'm not sure why people like your mom think that Trump is going to make the middle class better off. Under Biden, the company, the bank that I work for, the second largest bank in the U.S., last year I got a 22% raise, which is unheard of. I'm doing better now than I ever was doing under Trump. So I just wanted to add that to the conversation.
Perfect. Thank you. Your mom, you wanted to reply. Your mom.
Did we put him to sleep with too much fact?
I think so.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Well, how about we start with why would a billionaire need a tax cut during 4% unemployment?
That's a good question, RC.
So right now we're just heading in a very bad direction. I don't think. I don't think VP Harris has the backbone, or just because some intern wrote up her
Dude,
policy.
she's got such a backbone. Trump is scared to debate her
I feel like
again.
1,000 people
Exactly.
spoke. You want to speak again? Like I don't get it.
I'm sorry, he ran away from 60 Minutes because they were going to fact check him.
Yeah, so
he's a baby. He's a big overgrown who needed a spanking and some discipline and a hug, maybe.
I don't even know who's talking. This thing is not even lighting up. Yeah, even if you got a 22% increase, the thing is, since this is how ridiculous inflation is, it's over. If you add up the past 4 years, I think it's over 20.
It's 2.4.
So you're back. You're back to square one. You're back to square one.
Inflation is 2.4.
The past
Can you
4
hear me?
years. Do you hear what I said?
Can you hear me?
Who's talking?
Inflation is 2.4.
Which one?
RC is talking.
He's the person right beside you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry if it's not lighting up, but your mom, if you want to debate one-on-one on the economy, we can do that. It might take a little while because you clearly need some information you don't have. But if you want to do that, we can. We can arrange that.
No, I just want to give an overall answer, which is that VP Harris.
What do you think inflation is?
Skills.
What is inflation right now?
She's lacking in the executional department. She does not have
What
the
is
leadership
inflation
skills.
right now?
What, like you want to mention the past weeks?
What is the inflation rate right now? Why is this so difficult for you guys?
Right now is 2.4. What is your point?
That it's lower. That it's lower than where Trump. It's lower now than where Trump had it in 2018. Your mom, can I finish answering what
Like
you asked me to
you
give?
spoke for like hours. Like
It's
you were
an
lecturing for
hour,
hours.
really, dude. You have no idea how long I could give you an education on the economy. Seriously, your mom.
I don't need your
If we're at
education, but like
2.4, if we are at 2.4, what's the number you think we should hit?
what's the number we should hit? Given the
Yeah.
fact that we have 10 the past year, it's -10.
Oh my God, you have no idea what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because we had a
I
ridiculous
can't.
because
I
we had
can't
a
take you
ridiculous
seriously.
because you laugh because
Are you an
it's not
economist?
your
Are you an economist? Please tell
because
me you're
it's
not.
not your pocketbook that is hurting.
Do you have a degree in
People have
economics?
livelihoods, okay?
Holy
People
God.
have lives and they know what's going on in the
Dude,
past
your
4 years.
mom, we
They
went
don't
through
need
the
your
worst economic and worldwide pandemic crisis in a century, and we've come out of it better than anybody
exacerbated
else.
by an
We've had the best economic recovery in the world. Why can't you guys be
exacerbated by an
happy?
inept
Because you can't make
administration.
Trump take credit
VP
for
Harris
it?
has no backbone.
You're
No,
just
Hey,
mad
hey
Trump can't
guys.
take credit
Hey,
for the
your
low
mom
he
already
is not the
done.
unemployment,
person for
low
this
inflation,
Hey
time right
guys,
high
now.
GDP.
hold on, hold on.
Stop over
Jesus.
talking each other, please.
Also,
One at a time.
Erica was trying
I
to
did
get you
not
guys
speak.
in
Like
line.
I did not speak. I literally didn't speak for like when the second I spoke, like this guy just came out of
You're
nowhere.
not
He's gonna
listening
Like
and
respond.
you're not answering questions. You clearly don't have the information. You're just talking to talk.
because you live in an echo chamber and you don't want to
Let's
confront.
Well,
go
hold
over the
on. So
data.
one
Let's
second.
go
So
over the data.
I think the problem is your mom. RC RC is trying to hit you with facts, and he's asking for actual numbers, and you're making claims without having any numbers to back up your claim. And I think that's what RC is struggling with.
Can I speak? How can I give numbers without speaking?
Okay.
I can give you one number.
Okay.
Cumulative CPI inflation is over 25 the past 4 years. Just add them up.
Where are you? What source made you think that that's a thing? What are you reading? Really, I want to know what you're reading.
Just look up CPI.
Dude, it's
Official numbers.
2.4 inflation right now. Why was it stuck at 3%? Why was it
I
stuck at
said the
3?
past 4 years.
Why was it
Did you
stuck
hear
at
what I said?
3% when the producer price index went back down to 1%? Because they were ripping us off. Kroger admitted it. Why don't you blame the capitalists who are not regulated enough that Kamala wants to regulate? And why aren't you happy that in spite of
I don't think
everything,
she had
we've
4 years to
recovered
regulate.
better than
I don't think
anybody in
she's
the
gonna
world?
change her
If
mind
there's
the
a
second
better
she.
economy in
I
the
don't
world,
think she's
please
gonna
move
change her
there.
mind
Please
right
move
now.
to the better economic country in the world. Please go.
I
Okay.
don't think she's gonna
I'm
change her
done.
mind the
Okay.
second she takes
Okay.
office.
Let's do this
She's the
because I
same
feel
person.
like
What do you think is gonna happen? She's gonna
hold
repeat.
on. I have not had an opportunity at all this evening. Story. I think that we have to remind people here that we are, we do things different, right? We're very mindful. We're very cutesy. We're very what?
Demure.
That is absolutely right.
Very demure, very mindful.
So we will have decorum and we will have conversation. With that being said, Curtis, are you still on the airplane?
I am. Can we just get 30 seconds and then y'all can drop?
Go ahead,
Can I
Curtis.
get 30 seconds? Yeah, I'm from Georgia. I already early voted. Team Harris. You got an excellent platform, brother. I like it. I've been listening to it for a minute. But the only thing I want to say, brother, it ain't number 6 days left. It's too late to try to convert some of these folks, especially our brothers that look like us. I think y'all shouldn't even waste y'all positive energy on these guys.
No, Curtis, listen, there's a young lady who has been hanging out with us for the last couple of nights. When she originally started listening, she was voting for Trump. Tonight, she just said that she's officially going to cast her ballot for Kamala Harris. It is not too late. And it's also not about the people that's on the panel. It's about the people that's listening. Exactly. So the certain people that come up here, like I don't expect your mom to change his position at all. right? But there are certain people that are listening that need to hear this, and so we're gonna keep going strong. I promise you, it might not be reaching the people on the panel, but it's reaching somebody.
You right. I take that back. And I guess I'm gonna get out. I am riding the airplane.
I knew
I'm
it.
driving the airplane.
Wait, did you say driving?
Yeah, driving the airplane.
Are you the pilot?
I'm the pilot.
Bro, if you don't get off of TikTok right now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop you.
Bro, hold on real quick though. But Georgia is the peach state, bro.
No,
I'm
it's
from
not.
Georgia.
No, it's not. No, it's not. South Carolina makes more peaches. Y'all stole the name.
Farms we got in Georgia. We got more farms than anybody.
Do your Googles. Do your Googles.
All right, my G. I'm gonna send you a follow, brother. Y'all be easy.
Have a good one. Holy smokes, my man said he is flying the plane. Listen,
Flying the plane.
let me find out that my pilot on TikTok.
I know, right?
You talking, boy, I would turn into the biggest Karen you ever seen in your life. I want to speak to everybody manager. I'm talking to everybody manager. Ain't no way.
Everybody. I almost asked him what airline you work for.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't do that, Erica, because that's going, girl, that's going to have my heart.
I like do that. I thought you it was so funny.
I guess Santana, the only thing I would ask your mom is because he's saying that Kamala doesn't have the backbone, but she's spoken to over 150 other country leaders and had also got Mexico to pay 1.5 billion towards the border, and also worked with the three Central America,
the triangle countries.
Yes, the triangle countries. So I guess my question is, what type of backbone? What? Because Trump sure don't have one. If you read the Trump files, it tells you everything you need to know and who helped him become who he is now.
Shout out to Jessica Simone with the Trump files. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Story.
Drop. Yep. So I would, your mom, go to Jessica Simone. She is dropping gems on the Trump files and breaking it down. So what are you expecting, quote unquote, as a backbone to see from Kamala Harris? What is it? That's my only question.
If we were heading into a peaceful time with no possible wars, and if we were heading into a good time, I would choose her. But we are not. What we need right now is a strong president. We need a good president that can be a good leader.
You almost said man, didn't you?
Strong leader. She is not the person right now. She doesn't. She's so mediocre. She's hiding all the time. Never.
She's
you guys do a better communication. You guys do a better communication than her.
Hold on.
She does a better communication.
Hold the
mom,
fuck up.
The host is talking.
Hold on. She's mediocre? Please explain to me what Donald Jimothy Trump has done in his entire life to make him anything except mediocre, besides being born on a golden toilet. Name anything else, your mom.
He's a businessman.
No.
So he doesn't understand.
Bankrupted 4 casinos and 2 hotels. He has a total of 6 bankruptcies. Let's not mention Trump stakes.
Literally.
He's a little bit destructive.
Hey, RC Dubs.
This don't make no sense.
RC Dubs.
Yeah, I'm here.
What would be a more productive course for Donald Jimothy Trump? Him doing everything that he's done and amassing the amount of money that he currently has, or just taking the money, or just taking. Hey, your mom, it's not your time to talk. You might be the mom, but I'm your daddy right now, so chill. RC Dubs, would it be better for Trump to take the course of action that he has taken his entire life to have the money that he has, or would it have been better for him just to take that same money that he inherited, not try to run any businesses, and invest it?
He would be a wealthier man today if he had taken his daddy's inheritance and simply put it in the stock market, and he would be better off and we would be better off.
Your mom, the standing that you have saying that he's a businessman. No, he isn't. He literally fails he failed at
He's a
Trump
great
States.
businessman. And
Nope.
to rephrase it,
Nope.
great.
Hey, Papa didn't say you could talk right now. Just sit in the corner and be quiet for a minute. He failed at Trump State, Trump Vodka, Trump Water, Trump the board game. He failed at being a president. He went to McDonald's to play businessman at McDonald's, and they had an E. coli outbreak, and their stock plummeted. Literally, everything that Trump has quote unquote did in business has gone down the drain.
Someone called it the Midas touch.
I think
called it that the other night.
Yeah, I think that was Jones. I think he did say that. Yeah.
He said the Midas touch.
Absolutely. Listen, you can sit here and say, "Oh, he's a businessman," but he has no actual track record of successful business, which blows my mind that you would call her mediocre after coming from a middle-class family. And I know how much that irritates you guys, but whatever. Coming from a middle-class family, getting a college degree, passing the bar in California, which is one of the hardest places to pass the bar, to being an AG, a district attorney, to being a senator, to being vice president of the United States. And your mom, what do you do for a living? Your mom, what do you do for a living?
I work corporate. Corporate.
Okay, cool. You work corporate. What level? Are you management? Are you executive? C level? What are you?
Yeah, I'm a senior associate.
Okay, you're a senior associate. Okay, cool. Have you ever been an EVP? Your mom? Have you ever
No.
been? Okay, cool. So, for someone who hasn't even made it to close to being at the highest level of your business, for you to sit up here on Beyonce's internet and claim for Kamala Harris to be mediocre as she has continued to march to the second highest office in the land is the most mind-blowing and wildest thing that your mediocre ass could have ever said. So before you start throwing around things like calling her mediocre, maybe you should actually take a look in the mirror and figure out what you need to do to get to her mediocre level.
There's a lot of successful people that are in the VP, whatever, the CEO level, that I wouldn't vote for the presidency. There's a lot of attorney generals that I wouldn't vote for the presidency. There's a lot of senators. There's a lot of governors that I wouldn't vote for the presidency. The presidency is the creme de la creme. You need to be the best of the best. She's not it.
And Trump is?
Which administration achieved infrastructure? Was it Trump's or the Biden-Harris administration?
I think it's a bipartisan thing. It's always been
it was a bipartisan. It was a bipartisan bill. Yeah, it definitely was a bipartisan thing.
Which administration got it passed?
Which administration said they wanted to do it, and which administration walked it like this? Hey Alexa, play me Walk It Like It's Talking. Nope, be quiet. Who? This is exactly what they did. This is exactly what they did. Listen, Trump did a lot of talking. He absolutely said he wanted to do a lot of stuff. But you know what they did? Hey Alexa, stop. So next time you dare to come out of your thin lips, and I'm pretty sure they're thin, to say that Kamala Harris is mediocre, you take a step back and you think about what she's accomplished versus what you've accomplished versus what Donald Jimothy Trump has accomplished.
Come through Santana.
Do you think she was a mediocre attorney general? Oh, I'm
Do I
sorry,
think
Erica. Were
what?
you? I couldn't.
I'm not
Oh
running
no, it's
for the
okay. I was just
presidency.
saying,
Like
come through Santana with
I
the
know
professional cuss out. That was funny.
I know where I'm at in my journey, and I'm not saying it's not about me.
Oh yeah, we know where you are in your journey. It's in Trump's
It's not
corner
about me.
right now.
It's not about.
But
It's not about. It's
what do
about
you think she
the
was a bad attorney
voting for the
general?
best. Do I think it is what? She's
Do you think
attorney
she was
general?
a bad attorney general?
No,
Okay, that's good because
she
Trump
was
didn't
okay.
either. He donated to her twice to get her reelected.
She's okay. She's okay.
Yeah,
She's okay.
and then
She's an
she
okay
stomped him in
senator,
that debate, and he didn't want no
but she's
more.
a very bad vice president. Very bad. I'll give
Really,
her
she's
like
more
a D,
accomplished as a vice
like a D
president than he
minus.
was as president. She got more done as vice president than he did as president. I'll debate you on that
Like
any day.
it's simply
That's why you
about
couldn't answer the infrastructure
having the
question.
best person for the office. It's simply
That's why
about
you
that.
couldn't answer the
That's how.
infrastructure question.
Okay, hold on. I need to apologize. I got a text and said, basically, your mom can't help that his lips is thin. So I need to apologize about that. I'm sorry. But I do need to call out this W in the chat to Alex. Alex says Trump is not a businessman. He's a TV character. He's a personality. He's an actor that couldn't do the right thing. So, boom. Guys, we only have $35 left in the nightly donation goal. So if anybody wants to knock that out, there's almost 700 of us watching. We only need 35 people to send $1, or one person to send $35 or anything like that. The math can math. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. It's the best way to actually support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Thank you. And Erica has not called out anything lately, so make sure we're taking care of Erica as well, because she has all of her pay links in her bio. JV, I think that that both RC does, myself and Erica has done a lot. Would you like to labor with your mom for just a few moments?
Thank you. Yes, I wanted to make just a suggestion to your mom, since he thinks Trump is a great businessman. I really want you to check out a book called Lucky Loser. They have receipts in that book, and I think it would be eye-opening for you. So I just want to make that suggestion. But I also want to ask you, explain, if you're a Trump supporter, explain his Agenda 47 to me, what you get out of what he's saying. Or have you read his agenda?
You haven't read it? You know what's in there?
I've seen what is it summaries,
You
but
so you have a concept of an understanding of his plan?
I read a summary. You want me to read everything? Have you
Well,
read everything?
when
You guys implementing a policy and an idea is different. It's going to be different. It's about seeing their vision about the country and seeing what kind of country that we want to live in, seeing how prosperous the country is going to become, seeing if the leader is inclusive and whatnot.
seeing is great, but and having a vision is wonderful, but without action, it's not going to come into being. I mean, do you not think it would be important? I've gone to Kamala's website. I've listened to her. I've researched everything that I can about her. Do I know everything? No. But I do. The policies are important. And if you look at his Agenda 47, I think some of it is pulled out from Project 2025. But there's ridiculous things like, instead of colleges, he wants to have his American University. You do recall Trump University that failed and ripped off middle class people, right? Do you recall that? And here he wants in his Agenda 47 to take over education under a American university. I mean, I just can't see how you don't see some of the warped things that is even published in his Agenda 47, and then you call Kamala mediocre. I mean, if you read Agenda 47, that is the epitome of mediocrity.
I think the best metric to assess both candidates is the administration that they were involved in, and it's just bad. I cannot. VP Harris is bad. It's bad. I would give this administration a D minus. They almost train wrecked the country, and it's not.
You sound ridiculous.
With violence, with law and order.
You sound ridiculous.
I mean,
dude, if Trump had hit lower unemployment than he had before post pandemic, you'd be celebrating. If he had doubled his GDP, you'd be celebrating. But it was Biden, so you can't give him credit, so you can't celebrate.
No,
and we beat China in the recovery for the economy.
United Sleepy Joe is terrible. Terrible. That guy shouldn't be running for office.
I'm sorry, dude. You sound ridiculous. Biden delivered more for this country, and Biden put country first by stepping down to give Kamala the reins. Now, Trump wouldn't understand how to put country first. He only puts himself first. He doesn't care about you. He told you so. He showed you so. He showed you during the pandemic, in which he had you sign a waiver so you could go kiss his ass during the pandemic, because you can't kiss the ass of an egomaniac with a mask on, can you?
Your mom, I have another question for you.
Real quick, W's in the chat for Alex. Alex actually wanted to know your mom's thoughts about Donald Trump dodging the military when he was younger. And also W's in the chat for Gloria, who added $5 to the nightly donation goal. So yeah, guys, we are now only, what's the math on that? $29 away from closing out our nightly donation goal. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. This donation helps us continue to have these lives. Thank you for all of your support, and please don't forget about Erica, because we want to hear some thank yous for her. I'm sorry, go ahead, JB.
I just forgot what I was going to ask him. I lost my thought when
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I could say something about that. I'm not here to defend every little, like, how about Trump's this? How about Trump's that? How about Trump's this? Like, I'm not gonna defend, like, obvious, distasteful, like, crap from this guy. I'm not gonna do that. I am going to say.
But you're voting for a rapist, so you have to defend it.
I'm not, like I said. Like,
you have to defend it. You're voting for a rapist and a traitor to democracy, so you have to defend those things.
No.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you kind of do. You have to defend the fact that you are knowingly voting for somebody who's divisive and promising to use the military on his enemies.
That's another, like, I'm not gonna.
I know. January 6th. Defend January 6th now. Because you have to. You have to. You have to defend him being a fascist, because that's what you're supporting.
Well, again, don't use crazy words. But I'm not.
Dude, you don't understand what fascist is? Who's General Kelly, his chief of staff?
He's a defector.
See how you sound? Now you sound like a fascist.
No, he's a defector. When you're a general,
a defector for not supporting Trump.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hold on.
You sound like a fascist. Congratulations on proving my point.
Yep.
That was easy.
Let's do this. JV, anything else that you want to add? Either a question for your mom or any last words before I drop you down?
I remembered what I was going to ask. So Trump had 4 years as president, and now towards the end of his campaign, it seems like he tries to buy people because he threw out there, and I saw the speech, hey, I'm going to eliminate income taxes. Now, if he had 4 years to do that, why now? So my point with Trump is he will just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks to try to gain support. And he has not come up, and nowhere on his website is there a plan to eliminate income tax. I guess he still has a concept of it, but he threw it out there. So your mom, based on that and not seeing any real plans on his website, just derogatory comments about of Biden, what makes you think that when he gets in office, he's going to do anything that he has just been tossing out there? Where is that confidence you have in him? What makes you believe in him? Because he had 4 years to do all this great stuff.
Your mom?
So yeah, uh, I I think the best way to look at his approach is he is a person that is willing to try out and feel out new ways of tackling some very, very hard problems that we have right now. And honestly, this is one of the things about a business person is a
He
business
had
person is
4 years. What did he
well,
do in 4 years?
4 years was better. His 4 years was better.
It was
You know,
not. Averaging 43,000 fewer jobs per month is not better. That's before the pandemic, so don't make excuses. Again, Biden has been better since. Biden surpassed every economic indicator Trump used to brag about.
no, that's
Prove otherwise. Dude, I'll give you $1,000 if you can prove Biden didn't hit
you
lower
just need to be a
unemployment.
normal human being. You just need to be
I'll
a
give you
normal human being
$1,000
living
if you
life,
can prove
living life,
Biden did not hit
living
lower
life
unemployment.
in the U.S. In
So you
America.
don't want $1,000?
What do you mean? Do I want
I
$1,000?
I'll
just want
give you
him to answer JV's question.
just really, dude, seriously.
Because
You can't tell us what he accomplished?
He said he's throwing everything at the wall.
What
No,
did
no,
he
no,
accomplish?
That's not
no.
what she said.
She said he's throwing spaghetti against the wall, and it's
Yeah.
probably got
Sticks.
ketchup on the noodles. But anyway, go ahead.
And he is trying out, and this is where you need to see him as a novel, business guy, because even his inclusion of Elon Musk to the government, this guy who's so innovative and so advanced, with the technology and with everything, you should be very hopeful
The guy who
about
tanked Twitter?
people that have executional skills that
Oh
can
my
take us into a
lord.
new level
Hey, RC,
instead
one
of being
moment.
stuck.
Hey,
Instead of
your
being
mom.
stuck. Oh my
Your
goodness.
mom. You're not answering JV's question, and we're in overtime. I'm sleepy. Answer JV's question.
Yeah, let me get this off, and then
Please.
we'll just have JV repeat one more time. So your mom, just clear your mind for a moment. W's in the chat for, I think it's pronounced Matricia, who added $1 to the nightly donation goal. Thank you so much. And W's in the chat for Ren, who added $1 to the nightly donation goal, saying he just doesn't like women as leaders. Period. Period, Pooh. Period, Pooh.
There you go.
So yeah, no, listen, guys. We only have $27 left in the nightly donation goal. So there's 700 of us watching. So again, 27 people send $1. We can take care of it. If you guys
hit up
are
that man's Cash App.
yeah, if you enjoy the live, if you enjoy the entertainment, information, the education, please consider donating. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. Alex just added another $1 to the nightly donation, saying Elon been flagged by paying people to support Trump. Yeah, listen, he's literally being sued for that. So that's a whole thing. But W's in the chat for Alex for adding that dollar to the nightly donation goal. So again, only $26 away. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. And please don't forget about Erica, because Erica has not had a W lately, and we need to make sure we're taking care of Erica as well.
Send me off with a bang.
Exactly. So,
So long.
JV, one more
Yes.
time. Give your question to your mom. One more time.
So I'm going to try to explain this in a different way, your mom. The point I'm trying to make is in watching Trump, and I've watched him a lot, he just throws things out there. Doesn't even have a concept of a plan when he's throwing it out there. And I'm going to give you an example from his website, a different example. He promises to rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. It's a statement. There is no concept of a plan here. You know, so what I'm asking you is, you're saying Kamala is mediocre, but every time she's been out there, she explains a plan, an actual policy, and Trump just gets up there, I'm going to make our cities beautiful again. But there's nothing to back that up. So what I'm trying to understand is why you would vote for someone that can't even, I mean, go to his website. There's no plan. It's just statements. Don't you want a president that has a plan, that can give you concrete facts and information on how he's going to accomplish that? I could sit here and say, hey, invest in my business. I'm going to make you rich. You know, but if I don't do anything, you've lost money. So I want to know what you see in Trump that is policy-wise or plan-wise.
So you want the President of the United States that oversees the entire federal government to talk about cleaning up the streets? What the president does, it gives you a vision, an
It's
overhaul.
on his website. I'm reading from his website. I'm giving you an example that this is what he has said he is going to do.
Yeah, can I answer? He gives you an overview, okay? That's what he does. He gives you a vision of what the country could be. Law and order is very vital for cleaning up a city. You need to have proper. You need to increase your police force. You need to protect your police force. And I'm not here to protect. I'm not going to talk about immunity and stuff like that. But those things, he gives you an idea, an overview, a concept.
You're voting for a criminal and pretending you care about law and order. I'm sorry, what?
What? Okay, this is not like a gotcha moments here.
Well, no, I mean, I got you because he's a criminal, I know, but
He gives you an overview. That's what he does. Okay, if you go talk to an executive, he's not going to tell you what the cashier is going to do exactly. He probably doesn't even know.
You're not saying anything because you just can't admit you don't know.
He gives you a vision of what the country could be.
He doesn't have a vision for anything but revenge.
The problem right now
He
is the
only cares about revenge.
and those are
You just don't blah 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 blah.
Guys, W's in the chat for Sharon, who added $2 to the nightly donation goal. W's in the chat for Carissa, who sent $2 to the nightly donation goal, saying telling the truth and shaming the devil. And W's in the chat for Michael, who added $5 to the nightly donation goal, saying, "Sweet baby Jesus, look after your mom." So guys, we there's only $17 left in the nightly donation goal. Almost 800 people here. 17 people send $1. We can knock this out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All of my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. It's the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please don't forget about my wonderful co-host Erica, who's sitting down in the pink box. We need to make sure we're taking care of E as well.
I'm about to send you that $17. I'm ready to go to sleep.
Oh no, it's not about that. I was really trying to just wrap it up. W's in the chat for Alex, who added one more dollar to the nightly goal and said that your mom has the circling word salad. So yeah, exactly.
Right. I was getting ready to say good night, but
I was just
Mr.
about to
Santana.
listen. I was just about to say, okay, RV. JV. I said RV. JV, I'm gonna drop you down. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, JV.
I was literally just about to say story. Anything else from you?
I just want to say, oh my gosh, it's a lot to say, but I'm just,
Oh my gosh.
I'll narrow it down. But from what I hear your mom saying is, if he was having a house built, long as they told him that they were going to build the house, he don't care what's inside. So he don't care how it's going to be built. He don't need no information. He just know that the house is going to be built, and that's horrible. Like, I need details. Tell me what you gonna do, where the sink gonna be. Can I get some instructions, some details? And that's just a horrible way to go about life. Just because he says something, but with no detail, with no meat and potatoes. And we gonna win, and we gonna save them from themselves. Good night. Thank you for having me on the panel.
Absolutely.
We got this.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night, Story. Thank you for coming up.
Right. Thank you. See you later.
W's in the chat for, let me see. How do we say this? Miss Boo Boo Kitty fuck with Gloria? It's all one. But W's in the chat sending $20 to close out the nightly donation goal and told me to split this with E. E gonna have to get it back in blood.
Because he ain't splitting a goddamn thing.
Yeah, no.
But
We're
thank you,
good.
Miss Boo Boo Kitty.
Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. Sarah, is there something that you wanted to add? Anything else? I know you requested backup. So is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I lost it, so it'll come back maybe tomorrow. You guys have a great night. See you tomorrow. And
Perfect. Thank you. You have a good one.
Have a great night, Sarah. Shout out to Amanda for the $20 Venmo. Thank you.
I'm also
Appreciate
trying to send this over to you. E.
W.
Your mom. Say something smart, please.
Something factual.
Nope. I want to hear something smart.
You want smart this time?
I want smart. I absolutely I want something smart.
I just want to say thank you for having me, Santana and Erica. At least I didn't get kicked out this time, and I said something, and you guys I like watching you guys tonight.
You did make it to the end. You definitely made it to the end. RC Doves, would you like to?
Yeah.
Do you have any parting words for your mom? Or he's gone.
Yeah, he wasn't listening to me to begin with. I guess what I would say in general, and what I would have said to him if he's still listening in the chat, is that I'm tired of people like him and Trump supporters in general pretending to care about the things they bring up. When they bring up the economy and then we talk about actual economic results that have been better under Biden-Harris than Trump, all of a sudden they stop caring about the economy. If we ask them for a health care plan when they claim they're pro-life, they don't care that Trump has had 8 years to come up with one. It's still just a concept. When they talk about law and order and the Constitution while supporting Trump, who wants to violate both, then they're just hypocrites. They're just lying. They don't really care about the things they say they care about. And that's what's so frustrating, is dealing with people who pretend they support the same things you do when it comes to the basic of just, like, we have a peaceful transition of power. Like, that's a thing we just accept. It can't be violated. Well, Trump violated it, and they're ready to make excuses. So when he speaks out against the way he's talking about people who don't support him as being enemies, that includes people who previously enabled him, like Mike Pence and Liz Cheney. And now they're on the enemies list. So if he uses the military against us, would you do anything? fellow Americans that support him, because you're not stopping him or condemning him from using the language. What makes me think if he carries out the action that you would actually stop him from doing it. And that's where we are. I don't trust fellow Americans that support Trump. I support Republicans and independents and Democrats that support Harris, because those are the people that respect law and order. If you support Trump, you're knowingly supporting a rapist, felonious criminal who took classified documents and tried to overturn the election he knows he lost, said he wants to terminate the Constitution, now make himself above the law, ask for immunity, and you want that for him. So don't pretend you're the law and order party anymore for me, okay? Thanks.
Oh, Coop with the dinosaur. W's in the chat for Coop with the dinosaur. RC Dub, you literally hit it on the head. That's not who they are. They're just
Every
not.
single time.
They're just not.
I appreciate
They're
it. Thanks
just
for
not.
having me up.
Absolutely.
You have a good night as always. I'll see you again soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Have a great
All right.
night.
Yep. Also, guys, W's in the chat for Amanda, who added $5 to the nightly donation goal. Thank you so much, Amanda. E. Oh, wait, real quick before you start. Guys, follow the backup account. That's why it's up here. There's like almost 700 people watching. If you're not following the backup, follow the backup. It's only going to be up here for a few moments. Just click on the picture. That's my backup account, Santana. Click on it and follow it, please. E, I'm sorry. The floor is yours.
No problem. Oh, I just want to say, my 10-year-old asked me a question tonight. We were just talking because he's pretty smart. That kid knows a lot about foreign policy. I don't know how, but he just does. Like, he really does. But anywho, he did ask me the question. He said, what's going to happen after the election? I was like, what do you mean? He said, if Trump wins, I was like, how do I answer this for a 10-year-old? And he's like, are you going to get arrested? I was like, arrested for what? And he was like, for not liking Trump. I was like, goddamn. So it's like, our kids are, possibly.
Possibly? I mean, there's a chance.
Kids, our children, the future, they are paying attention to what is happening. Yes, sing it, brother. They are paying attention to what's happening, and we have got to be better for them, because don't we want to leave them something great? Yeah. This is gonna shape the next maybe 2 to 3 generations based off the policy that's gonna be put into place. Don't we want to leave them something good?
Something.
That's all I think about. It's like, I want to make sure that I leave him something good. Something tangible and something that was like, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. But yeah, I was thinking about that. Anywho, y'all, thank y'all so much for the love, the gifts, the Cash Apps, PayPals, Venmos, all that great stuff. Thank you very, very much for being here, for sharing the live, tapping, all that good stuff. Your support is always appreciated. Other than that, bro, I got nothing. I'm gonna drink some more tea and get ready for bed.
Yep. No, absolutely. Real quick, W's in the chat from Malcolm, who closed out the nightly donation goal. Yay. Thank you so much, Malcolm. And W's in the chat. I can't. The name is Vikaranan. I'm sorry. I listen. Thank you for the $10 donation, and I completely butchered your name. I promise you, it was not intentional. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for your time, your love, your consideration, all that good stuff. We are going to go raid Carbon. Let's go raid Carbon. This is my guy. We're going to hop over to Carbon. So let's do a Santana raid. Let's go. Let's go. It's like 700 of us. Hopefully people are starting to jump over there now. It's KARBON.GG. KARBON.GG. Let's run over. Let's go ahead and raid Carbon. Santana raid. Let's raid Carbon. Michael, you rock more. I love you guys. Take care. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. And Erica, as always, peace.